because I ran away, because I ran away. If you listen to the words I say, you know that I'm okay, you know it's just a phase. Don't think I'm leaving cause I'm not at all, and if you get hurt it's unintentional. I just wanted you to realize that I'm the one you like, that I'm the one you like. So where do we go, where do we go from here? Where do we go, where do we go? I don't know. Where do we go, where do we go from here? Where do we go, where do we go from here? Where do we go, where do we go from here? Baby, I've been busy missing you. Say, have you missed me too? Say, have you missed me too? Was this intermission good for you? Yeah, was it good for you? Or are you just confused? Don't think I'm leaving cause I'm not at all. So if you get hurt, it's unintentional. And I know that what I did was typical. I just needed time to show you what you got. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? A sign from you, telling me you need me here just like I do. All I ever wanted was to make it through. Tell me, how about you? How about you? So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where do we go from You say you love me, say you're thinking of me, but you're just lonely. Tell me I'm special, but to you I'm anybody. 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 Anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. Say you love me. Say you're thinking of me, but you're just lonely. Tell me I'm special, but to you I'm anybody. 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 Anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. But to you I'm anybody. Anybody. But to you.
No, they're not. Super discredited. OnlyFans putting on this round of
Everyone, if you hate snakes, then this snake will end it here for the double kill versus Kyrie on the back of this fight. Cancel Francis Ford.
And hello everyone, and welcome back to the University Esports UK and Republic of Ireland Women and Non-Binary VALORANT Spring 2024 season. My name is Crystal and I am yet again joined by Evelyn.
Hello, we're back. It's the second week, and last time we had Zari Kittens versus OnlyFans, which finished in a pretty quick fashion with a quick 2-0 to Zari Kittens. OnlyFans, they're back again this week facing Kitty Squad, which we'll see if it's as quick of a series. Do we have any predictions going into this match, Crystal?
I'm not too sure, honestly. This is losers finals, so obviously whoever wins this will land their spot in the grand finals next week against Zara and Kittens. We have, if we take a look at the bracket, perhaps we can see that OnlyFans have had a bit more of a dominant run through the lower bracket, through the entire tournament. Obviously only falling to Zara and Kittens, whereas Kitty Squad have had to kind of climb their way through the lower bracket. While, I mean, even not too easily, as you know, we do see that 2-1 scoreline there against It's Too Easy. But I think this is going to be an interesting matchup. OnlyFans, obviously, very, very strong team, put up a great fight against Zara and Kittens last week. And Kitty Squad, while struggling behind just a little bit, I think there's a chance they might struggle against OnlyFans, but obviously we're not going to know until we actually see the games. So, I mean, what do you think about this matchup, Evelyn?
Well, I mean, talking again about the scoreboard, OnlyFans currently have not lost a single map. As obviously we can see, they only fell to Zara and Kittens there. However, Kitty Squad, obviously, they lost one map, but still, you know, making that lower bracket run. I think, honestly, OnlyFans definitely got a solid chance, but, you know, Kitty Squad, they started a pretty solid performance. I think, overall, in the grand scheme of things, I think to have a grand final, once again having OnlyFans coming back up to face Zara and Kittens, that would be an interesting match, I think, to see again.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, if we take a look at the maps that we're going to be playing today, we are in fact going to be seeing Sunset again, which is going to be quite interesting. But that's map 2, so let's not skip ahead of ourselves. Let's have a look at map 1, which is going to be Lotus. Obviously, a map that's quite interesting to play on. Another 3-site, well, the only 3-site map that we have in the competitive queue right now.
R.I.P. Haven. You will be missed.
You will be missed, yeah. But Lotus is quite a fun one, I think. There's quite a few options, especially with A and B site. A and C site. But with B site being kind of so closed off and so small, it's going to be interesting to see. And then map 2, we have Sunset yet again. An interesting pick from a lot of these teams. You know, we saw it last week with Zara and Kittens and OnlyFans. And it's still the newest map in the rotation, but I think we're at the point in kind of the competitive circuit where players are starting to pick up on the knowledge, pick up on the team comps and all the call-outs and all the strats on this map. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how these players play out on Sunset. And then Ascent, I feel like there's not really much to say about Ascent, but what do you think of it, Evelyn?
I mean, it's been around. It's been around the block plenty of times before. We've seen it time and time again. I think that obviously, because of how long it's been around for, teams are pretty commonly used to it, I think, at this point. We know what we're going to see. We know what team compositions to expect. I think that sense, maybe just a bit of a comfort pick for people at this point, really. I mean, it is going to be our decided map, so I think it's definitely going to be interesting to see how the teams play on it. Obviously, we're being, you know, pretty bog standard, I think, in textbook for a lot of teams at this point. Going back to Sunset, obviously, we didn't see it too much in rotation last time, so I think it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we had it last week, where OnlyFans, I don't believe they did too well on that map. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, what they're pulling out of the plans for this week.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think this is a bit of an interesting map pool that we have. You know, a really kind of a mixture of maps that you don't tend to see quite often. OnlyFans are actually on the attack for all 3 maps, starting on attack for all 3. So they really have to make sure that their attack is quite strong on all three of these maps to make sure that they can get that early lead. But I mean, what do you kind of think about the side picks here? You know, OnlyFans be starting on the attack for all three maps.
I think them starting on the attack, I think we know that they can be very dominant, those mechanical duels. Obviously, you know, just talking about the scoreboard itself and with the statistics, we know that OnlyFans are a very dominant force. I think that them starting on the attack is going to be maybe a bit scary for Kitty Squad, as, you know, you're going to have these players coming in probably pretty confident in their aim and their duels. I think that attack is definitely going to give them a bit of a confidence boost at the beginning if they find themselves taking those first few rounds. And I don't think mental's talked about much in Valorant, where obviously, you know, economy is very momentum based, you could snowball quite easily, but, you know, mental as well. You get those first few rounds, you're feeling pretty confident, you're feeling pretty good. And on the opposing side, you know, if you don't take those first few rounds, I mean, GG. FF at 15, you know, it's not going to look too good. Your mental might be completely down the drain at that point. So I think mental is definitely pretty important, and, you know, attacking side is going to be interesting to see, obviously, with OnlyFans. We can look at the rosters now. I think there's definitely a few notable players aside of OnlyFans. Obviously, last week I talked about Headless quite a bit, but obviously there's definitely some more notable names with Twix, I think, as the duelist. Obviously, probably Jet's going to be a common pick, but we'll have to see. I think Ascent for Jet, we hopefully might see some operators should we get to that decider point. I think as well that we have Java, which I believe they played Breach last time, which I think for Lotus, that will be definitely a good pick for them, hopefully. And then for the side of Kitty Squad, I mean, we had the information coming a little bit late for them, but still, I think it's going to be interesting to see what they pull out the bag, really, pull out the hat, so to speak, because we haven't seen too much of them. Obviously, OnlyFans we saw last week. We know the names, but Kids Squad, it'll be interesting to see what these names bring to the table.
Yeah, I am really interested to see how this Kitty Squad matches up against OnlyFans. We've seen a lot of good players from a lot of the players on OnlyFans, and obviously they do have those two players that are both flexing onto different agents of different roles, just kind of fitting themselves in where they see fit on each map with the different kind of meta team comps or team comps that they think is going to work best. But on the side of Kitty Squad, yeah, we kind of have a lot of players who are very kind of solid and confident in their roles. You know, we only see one person, Kazumaru, on that flex role. I do actually know of Kazumaru just a little bit. I know that they've played in a few Game Changers tournaments, so this is going to be interesting to see how they pick up on kind of the abilities of OnlyFans, because, I mean, there are some scary players on that side. I mean,
Absolutely.
I know we speak about Headless all the time, but on that server especially, it's gonna be a tough matchup, I think. But I think this is gonna be quite a fun one. It could really go either way. We know Kitty Squad have struggled a little bit, but also the only loss the OnlyFans have had was quite a dominant one from Zara and Kittens, and they kind of fell just a bit short. So I don't know. I think this is I think it's going to be an interesting matchup, but I definitely think it kind of leans slightly more in the favor of OnlyFans.
I agree. I mean, plot armor wise, I think OnlyFans are not getting knocked out, and, you know, going into that grand final would just be interesting to see. I mean, we're not here to talk about last week's games, really, so to speak, but I mean, we're not here to talk about last week's games as we go into this week's first map on Lotus. And I think Raven for Yoru, that's definitely going to be an interesting pick, obviously, with Sky going maybe a little bit out of meta. Yoru's been played a little bit more, and it's a good pick to see. I'm looking forward to seeing it, especially with their Kazumaru hovering and baiting out the Gecko a little bit. It's interesting to see a little bit of switch-ups.
Yeah, I think definitely we still see quite a lot of flexible agents for Lotus. You'll probably most likely see the Breach, maybe a bit of Harbor Viper on this map. Raze is definitely a popular duelist pick on this map as well. But, like, the roles-wise and what you can kind of fit in, there's a lot of different agents that can kind of fit the pick. Obviously, Killjoy still probably the best Sentinel on 95% of the maps that are in rotation at the moment.
Absolutely.
So Sentinels-wise, I think Killjoy is a very confident pick, but obviously, I mean, we're seeing from Kazemaru here, the Gecko getting pulled out. Very, I think it's going to be quite a fun one, especially. Gecko is a very fun agent to play and a very fun agent to kind of watch play the game as well. You know, all the different abilities, using the Wingman, the Dizzy, the Mosh Pit, the Thrash, going to be really, really interesting. And we do actually see an Omen come out from Vito as well. Omen, quite a nice pick for this map, I'd say as well. Nice for covering a lot of the ground on this map, especially because it is so big with those 3 sites. So, I don't know. I think these team comps are definitely going to be a bit interesting and a bit fun. So I'm really hoping to see some good plays from both of these teams here.
Absolutely. I think the team compositions are looking pretty solid for both sides. I don't think particularly one team has a better composition. Obviously, OnlyFans we know are going into that attack first. However, obviously the Killjoy and the Breach as well. I think Breach is such a versatile character to have on Lotus with these corners and all the utility that you can get out of them, like with the flashes, the concussive blasts. I think that it's so important to have, and also Rolling Thunder to get onto those key sites A and C, like we mentioned earlier. Omen as well, I think a pretty decent pick. Obviously, you get those versatile smokes, even if you're just trying to get onto B site, which I think having Omen definitely opens up those opportunities. And Killjoy as well, you spoke about it a little bit. Killjoy is such an important anchor character to have that, you know, you could just say to a Killjoy, okay, we're going to put you on this site, you're going to put down your utility, and you're going to stay there. And you know what? I wish anyone luck trying to get onto that site at that point. It's pretty difficult to do, really, when you've got that Killjoy utility. So far, I think team composition's looking pretty decent. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how the map kind of plays out. Obviously, we got OnlyFans starting on the attack. I think pistol rounds definitely going to be an important one, obviously going into those second and third rounds. And even with mentality, obviously, winning pistol rounds, you know, going to be a big deal. Going into the game now.
Yeah, now that we are into this game, we're already seeing 2 members down on both sides. The spike has gone down on the C site. And, I mean, the Killjoy on the side of OnlyFans looking very low. Loverita and Kazemaru here pushing up through that waterfall, kind of just trying to get as much space as they can, waiting for their race to push through CT to try and get a bit more space here so that they can try and retake the site. A lot of utility coming out from all 3 members here. A lovely headshot from Loverita onto that Omen, and another pick from B as well. Looking to get the defuse. Java takes down Kazemaru, but Loverita there to finish it off. And our first round goes to Kitty Squad, which is really interesting to see because OnlyFans especially were looking quite strong on their pistol rounds last week.
Absolutely. Going into that, numbers look pretty even, although maybe I'm mistaken, but it looked like that Java Killjoy molly was slightly off to the side and wasn't able to stop the defuse there, which was pretty unlucky, as obviously I was in a 2v1 situation. If you can at least get the player off a spike and at least stop them from getting it to halfway, then it definitely looks doable. But unfortunately, I think the molly might have been slightly misplaced. So Kid Squad taking that beginning pistol, obviously we can see on the buys as OnlyFans opting for a little bit less, and Kid Squad looking to do that force buy and veto in a disgusting little bit in the corner there of a judge.
Yeah, B already pushed up with this sniper rifle. The Outlaw, a really, really interesting weapon, and I know I've described a lot of things as fun for this set here, but the Outlaw also definitely a very fun weapon to kind of try out. Also still very new to a lot of the players, still trying to figure out what exactly this weapon does. But Vito here, just hiding in this corner with this judge. Is Raven going to swing into them? Yes, they do, and Vito getting the opening pick for the side of Kitty Squad here. Obviously, this is the save round for OnlyFans, so they kind of just have to try and get as much damage and as much kind of payoff as they can from this round. You know, a very kind of risky thing to do. And as we say that, we are seeing a lot of the members of OnlyFans rotate over towards this B side. The Omen throws the smokes down, but Loverita on this breach getting that concuss ready, sending it out straight away, just trying to delay as much push as possible. B getting a pick onto Twix. A little Raze 1v1 that we saw over on the A side. And now with 30 seconds left on our timer, I just really want to see if OnlyFans are going to be able to do anything here. Another concussion coming out, but this time from the breach on the side of OnlyFans. But Vito is sitting here and waiting with this judge just to try and get a bit of damage off Hisui, trading on to Nini and getting Java at the same time. And then Vito taking it down Miko, giving a flawless round to Kitty Squad and leaving them 2-0 up already in this first map.
Nicely played there by Kitty Squad on the force buy. Obviously, Vita at the beginning of that round found the opening kill in that cheeky little corner there of the judge, which pretty much forced OnlyFans to go, okay, we know there's a guy with a judge in that corner. We're going to try push A. However, unfortunately, I believe that B was pushed up there with the outlaw, I believe, and managed to get another pick, which left the three remaining players from OnlyFans a little bit stuck. And I mean, I would have gone for B site personally there, but pushing back into C site with that judge, I mean, they weren't able to get too much out of their save round, but hey, we're looking for a bit of a stronger buy now with OnlyFans. We're seeing more rifles, so but Vito once again with that.
I mean,
judge.
on a site like B site, the judge is definitely something that's really handy. Twix getting a pick with the paint shells there, but Vito and B also taking more members down of OnlyFans, leaving us 3 apiece. Kazamaro with a lovely pick on Tomiko and a kill with the mosh pit as well. Java taking down B. It's a 2v1 for the Kitty squad right now. Java with a Phantom in their hand. Kazamaro has a judge, I believe. And the Breach has a Spectre in their hand as well. Slightly weaker weapons, but it's leaving Java in a position where they can't really push this site. They're gonna have to try and swing and get a bit of a pick. They take down Loverita, but Kazamaru with a lovely 3k, taking down Java with that judge that we are seeing a lot of in this game already, leaving Kitty Squad 3-0 up, which is not quite what you expect when OnlyFans full board that round.
Absolutely, and on the other side of the judge, we see B with a fourth round operator. I'd be scared.
Wow.
I'd be quite scared. OnlyFans with the sheriff and light shield as well. It's not the economy and stocks aren't looking too good here. They're really nice. K scored with 3 rounds off the board. Look at them, pretty solid and comfortable start. As we can see, OnlyFans with their sheriffs in hand. I didn't mean that to sound crime quiet like that. With their sheriffs, OnlyFans with their sheriffs in hand, going to be looking towards that A site, but B with the operator doesn't look too good.
Just looking to swing and get some picks. And I mean, when we looked at the scoreboard, we saw that a lot of the members on Kitty Squad are close to their ultimates. You know, the Gecko already has that Thresh online. Nini taking as many orbs as possible to try and get that Rolling Thunder online. Java does have the lockdown, however, for OnlyFans. Looking to maybe use it in a bit more of an aggressive way, just pushing the rest of the Kitty Squad off of site and giving them some sort of plant so that they can finally play post-plant, because I really think that this is a team comp that kind of thrives off of post-plant situations. But as we see them rotating towards B site again, we're seeing that there's that alarm bot in that left corner, just waiting to detect them pushing through. And there's also 2 members still of Kitty Squad just watching, but Nini gets a pick onto Kazamaru, and Vito is left to defend this site by themselves, getting paranoid, counter-paranoias the rest of OnlyFans as well. Java hiding in this Omen smoke, but they don't know that Hisui is waiting on the other side. Takes down Nini, but Java trades right back onto Hisui. Vito looking to get some information on where the rest of the players are, and as they push onto C-side, it's looking like OnlyFans are going to be able to get the plan here.
And numbers go down. Java finding a nice pick. Puts numbers pretty advantageous right now to OnlyFans as they look to get the first round on the board, although one of the members from OnlyFans from Kitty Squad looking pretty low. 5 HP for Loverita and probably around 10 HP as well for B, as they're going to look to get out of it. OnlyFans commit the lockdown as well, but the other 2 members from Kitty Squad are going to look to back out of this one, save the operator. They've done a pretty decent amount of damage. OnlyFans, bit of an overcommit maybe on that ultimate, but it should secure the round nonetheless.
Yeah, and I mean, you say it's an overcommit, but I really think that OnlyFans needed this round. Yes, B still has that operator in their hands, but even if it's just a bit of a confidence boost here for OnlyFans, winning this round on their save round as well, a Thrifty coming through for them. I mean, this might give OnlyFans what they needed to kind of put a spring back in their step and give them a bit more of an advantage for these next few rounds.
Absolutely. You know what? Maybe it was a little less of an overcommit than I initially said. I think that obviously, maybe with communication, we could have, OnlyFans could have worked out how low the members from Kitty Squad were and figured out that they were saving. Obviously, B still with that operator in hand. It's going down to Light Shield now, as obviously Vito still with that judge in hand. But yeah, a stronger buy coming out for OnlyFans. That lockdown did get them around, and now they're looking pretty more secure in their buys.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of usage of this Yoru decoy here, looking to maybe just use it for some information or to try and fake out some steps. We are seeing all five members of OnlyFans push up towards the C site though, but there is a Killjoy with a setup ready and waiting. The concuss comes through, the RTP comes through as well. The blind manages to blind Raven, but Hisui taking them down. We're now seeing a 4v4 make that a 4v3, never mind, for the side of Kitty Squad B, getting some lovely picks with this operator. Always looking really, really strong with these really kind of damage-heavy weapons. The Thrash comes out as well, looking for some sort of detain to maybe try and get a retake on this site. Kazumari takes down Twix, Loverita takes down Nini, and B finishes off Miko. And with 4 people still left on the side of Kitty Squad, it's looking like they're going to get the defuse here and get themselves a 4th round on the board.
OnlyFans had such a nice commitment and execute initially at the beginning of that round. The showstopper came out, they were able to get the pick. They looked pretty even going into that mid-round with the spike going down, but Kitty Squad with a better utility and overall being able to find those picks. We had B on the flank with the operator, which was a little bit weird, but they found the pick, so I'll give it to them nonetheless. Found the pick. And then Kitty Squad cleaning up around with 2 ults coming up on board now as well, which is looking pretty solid for them. As B still the operator in hand and OnlyFans going down to a weaker buy. It's looking pretty good so far for Kitty Squad, that 3-round lead.
Yeah, it really is, and I think B's been playing these sniper rifles the entire game, apart from pistol round, obviously. So let's see if they're going to be able to keep up this strong performance with the operator. Kazumaru just kind of jiggle peeking, getting some information, manages to spot a member of OnlyFans up towards A main. Raven pushing up with this Marshall of all weapons. Obviously, a bit more of a save coming the way of OnlyFans B. Takes down Twix again, leaving OnlyFans without a duelist and with, well, they still have another duelist, but without a main form of entry. Those blast packs on that raise, really, really beneficial for entries here. Kazumaru takes down Nini and Raven, just trying to dodge that mosh pit by crossing. But I mean, Kazumaru is just looking so strong at the moment, sending out another Dizzy to try and blind the rest of the members of OnlyFans, taking them down one by one. The Breach Flash comes through. Raven not quite landing their shots, but neither does Kazumaru. Takes them down for the 3rd, and it's all up to Java on low HP as well. Gets Paranoia blinded, and it's looking like Kazumaru is going to be able to get the 4th pick here. And for a flawless round for Kitty Squad, that's 5-1 on the board.
Pretty clean round there overall for Kitty Squad. B pushing up so far that operator, I think, caught Twix so off guard. And, you know, without a raise, those blast packs to entry, you're going to struggle to take space and get onto site. And OnlyFans, with those weaker weapons, just found themselves getting collapsed in on by the utility and the rest of the members from Kitty Squad. So, overall, it's getting a bit drastic now for OnlyFans. They are back on a better buy, obviously. We're only seeing 2 light shields now coming out, and the rest are looking pretty solid weapons with the Vandals and Phantoms. But, you know, B still has that operator in hand. We still got the lockdown. We still have a showstopper for Kitty Squad, and only the Omen ult so far for OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, I think we're seeing a bit of repetition in kind of strategies here. You know, we're always seeing this Yoru clone go out on this seaside. The Rolling Thunder does come through from OnlyFans, looking to try and clear out this seaside to make sure that they can get the plant down. But Hisui is just hiding here towards Waterfall, and as they're going to get the plant down, it's not looking like they're going to be able to swing and stop the plan. The paint shells come out from Twix as well, but this is a lockdown coming out for the side of Kitty Squad. And, I mean, B just running in with that showstopper, taking down Raven very easily. There's an Omen smoke on the spike, sorry. The lockdown goes off, doesn't quite detain anyone. But, oh, Nini shooting through that smoke, managing to take down B, but Hisui gets Twix. Miko takes down Hisui, however, and Kazumaru is just going to stick it. Oh, but they get taken down, and Loverita on that spike. They just need to spam through the smoke. Oh, but they're not quite able to get it, and Kitty Squad get themselves a 6th round on the board already. I mean, that was looking so close for OnlyFans there.
That really did. I think it was a slight misping there where the spike was. It looked like the members from OnlyFans and Nini was spamming a little too far down to actually be able to kill the member from Cake Squad that's defusing the spike. It looked pretty good at the beginning for OnlyFans. They were able to get on that site. They used the Rolling Thunder. They committed the Rolling Thunder. got on site, they're able to get that spike down. But Kitty Squad with ults of their own, the lockdown came out, they got the opening pick that showstopper, so they had to push the rest of OnlyFans back, and they're able to start defusing the spike. It got a little bit close, a couple trades came out, but Kitty Squad was still able to clear it up and get the diffusers. Now we're seeing Raven coming out, trying to take a bit of space and move forward using that dimensional drift. Not going to find anyone as the other members are going to back up. And Nini manages to find Lovrita at the back of sight. And now round's opening up a bit more for OnlyFans as we're getting spiked down.
Yeah, Nini gets that spike down, giving them a bit more, a few more ultimate points online. But Vito just trying to peek through this little gap in the Omen smoke. Raven does get blinded by that Dizzy, now giving Kitty Squad that advantage as Kazemaru takes down 2. Vito taking a lot of damage to that Guardian, but not quite falling. It's all up to Miko in a 1v2. As they get the reload, are they going to be able to take down Kazemaru? The paranoia has already come out, and it's looked like they're just going to swing this. Are they going to wide swing this with a shorty? Oh, they do, but Miko survives on 1 HP. In a crazy clutch situation and getting OnlyFans a second round on the board.
That was a bold strategy to swing with the shorty and 1 HP. But barely. 1 HP is what gives OnlyFans a round on the board. We've only got 2 rounds from so far and Kitty Squad with a really dominant lead coming into this 9th round. And we're still seeing better buys coming up from their economy is still pretty good. As even still, OnlyFans, they won that last round. They only have a couple of big shields to their name, and we're still only seeing that Omenot come online. But with quicker pace, B without operator, pretty far forward, might get caught out. Capuff's Blast comes out. Kazemaru gonna have to back out, and B able to find a pick that gets traded out. They finally had that operator down, and numbers might finally be able to go in favor for OnlyFans.
Yeah, I mean, that trade was really, really nice from Nini and B there, taking down just one member on both sides of our teams here. And now it's looking like OnlyFans looking to maybe go on a bit of a rotate, but it's like Kitty Squad are kind of predicting this, but almost in the wrong way. More of them are heading towards, well, they're heading further away from the site that OnlyFans are looking to go towards here. An orb getting taken as well, just trying their best to get these ultimates online, and as they have proved so useful to OnlyFans on this side. A lot of smoke's gone down as well that Hisui is just going to hide in, and the Boombot barely misses them as well. The ultimate comes out from the Omens, getting some information on who is around CT. And as Nini gets this spike down, we're now in a push plan as Twix takes down Vito, but Hisui trades right back onto Twix and takes down Miko as well. It's 3v2. The Thrash comes out as well. The Breach is super low for the side of OnlyFans. Only a few HP left to their name, leaving the Killjoy on side to defend by themselves. Java takes down Kazemaru as well, but doesn't quite find Lovrita, and Hisui finishing off Nini. We're now 7-2 to our score, and Kitty Squad yet again have their 5-round lead.
OnlyFans, they're able to find themselves in these situations where they're able to get on site, but they're not able to get into those post-plant situations. They're not able to hold these post-plant situations. Rather, Twix was able to find a nice pick there, pushing forward into the smoke onto Vito. But I don't think OnlyFans expected Hisui to be in that corner when the smoke drops. And so Hisui being able to find 2 and do so much damage from those OnlyFans when the Kitty Squad were able to come in, clear up the other members. And once again, OnlyFans now with a weaker buy coming out, with the light shields, a couple sheriffs coming out. And Kitty Squad stocks, they're going up. They're going way up. So I recommend investing now with this 5-round lead.
Yeah, the economy is looking really interesting for both sides here. Kitty Squad seem to have had the money advantage kind of this entire game, and as the Euroflash comes out, Raven manages to blind both B and Kazemaru, but unfortunately does not take either of them down, and that's B now with 2 picks. OnlyFans only have 3 members left. Make that 2 as Vito takes down Miko. Kazemaru obviously on half HP, but the numbers are still in the advantage of OnlyFans, and they don't expect Lovrita to be here. And as they swing one by one, Lovrita takes them down, and it's 8-2 in the half. 2 more rounds left. This is looking very dominant, but I think not in the way that we thought it was going to be.
I think that coming into this, we expected OnlyFans on the attack to get those early rounds, to get that early round lead, and maybe be a bit weaker on defensive side. We're seeing the opposite. We're seeing an extremely dominant lead so far for Kitty Squad, which we didn't expect to see. Obviously, starting on the defense, we didn't know what we were going to see from coming out. We didn't know if they were going to have this potential that we've seen from OnlyFans before when they're able to get these explosive starts. But now we're seeing B pushing up really aggressively aside from OnlyFans. They're going to be backing up. They're saying, no, A is not for us. They're going to rotate around to that C site where that Killjoy utility is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of utility got burnt out with that opening push as well. A lot of smokes, the breach concussed, the Yoro clone came out as well. It's a lot of utility investment here just to kind of only have it completely shut down by B pushing up so far. And as they come up to C site as well, they're going to be greeted by quite a few members of Kitty Squad. Raven getting a bit of information on B side, but as they do, teleporting away back onto C. He gets a pick with the Sheriff onto Vito, but the Rolling Thunder does come out, and so do both Showstoppers. Oh, and Kazemaru goes down, but so does Twix. But before, Twix did get a pick onto B, so it's now a 3v2 for OnlyFans, leaving them with the man advantage. Something that we haven't seen a lot in this game just yet. Loverita just tapping that spike, and they're looking to just play a good post plant here. As Hisui does swing, Java takes them down, and a Raven takes down Loverita, and with another thrifty in their pocket, OnlyFans get their third round to their name.
OnlyFans finally able to find themselves closing out a round after they get that spike down. A very explosive round, I think, to say the least. So much utility came out from both sides. Kitty Squad as well committing. I mean, we had both teams rather commit the showstopper that round, and Nini, I think, being able to get on such a big flank in CT spawn was what was able to win that round ultimately. As Kitty Squad, they tried to get the defuse. I think Lavrita tried to get the defuse, but Nini was still on that backside, and their OnlyFans were able to close it out finally. So good job to them. Final round of a half. Now, seeing both teams come out with a bit of a stronger buy. Both got Vandals. Both got the biggest shields. As we're seeing a slower pace start to this round.
Yeah, it's definitely slowed down a lot. Obviously, last round and a half, a lot of pressure. See if Kitty Squad can get a bit more of a lead, or if OnlyFans can get as many rounds as they can. But as Miko swings, B takes them down, and that's spike down in spawn as well. The spike carrier going by themselves and just wide swinging and dry swinging like that is not something you want to be seeing. A very risky play, as we do see them get taken down. Raven does have a feeling that they know where Loverita is, just preparing that breach flash for if anyone kind of pushes through. The Aura flash comes out now, giving Loverita information about where Raven is, and it's looking like they might look to silent drop here. And as they do, Loverita takes down Raven, and OnlyFans only have 3 people left on their side. They do have both the Rolling Thunder and the Lockdown available. They might look to try and invest this, but B, behind them, taking down 2 members of OnlyFans, and it's all up to Java. They managed to get 2, but can they get the rest of them? Looking for an ace to be able to win this round for them, but they don't expect Kazemaru hiding in this corner. And as that half ends, we're looking at a 9-3 scoreline here for us.
9-3 curse? 9-3
Possibly.
curse? Anyone? Possible? It's possible. OnlyFans back on the pistol round, lost the first one, lost the 3 rounds after that. So OnlyFans hopefully to bring us back up, take pistol, take second round, maybe momentum and take that into a bonus, and then hopefully from there it might be doable. I don't know, maybe I'm on a bit too much copium, but we'll see. I think it's possible, but hey. So we're going to see Kitty Squad opting to go more for that C-site push. However, OnlyFans, they do have that Killjoy utility available to them. We're seeing it a bit more split. Obviously, we've got turret on that B site for passive info, and a bit of utility as well on that C site, which means that Kitty Squad might find some difficulty trying to enter onto this.
Yeah, these pistol rounds looking oh so important. Raven looking to swing, takes a bit of damage and manages to teleport out. The smoke has come out as well to try and just scare Kitty Squad off of this site. but they're not really budging. Miko gets a pick onto Hisui, which is looking really, really good. Paranoia's come out. Miko gets another pick onto Vito as well, but B trades them and takes them down. And Kazemaru getting a pick onto Raven as well. We're looking at 3 apiece for both sides here, as B is just pushing up so far into this site, trying to give Kitty Squad as much space on this site as they can. And I mean, Kazemaru is still looking quite far back, getting the plant with the wingman. The mosh pit comes out to try and stall them out of the side as well. But Twix taking down Kazemaru, Nini takes down Lavarita as well, and it's all up to B. But Twix, with a lovely headshot, takes down B, and that's a pistol round for the side of OnlyFans and another round in their pocket.
The plan's coming together. The plan is coming together. OnlyFans taking that pistol round hopefully means that if everything goes to plan, they'll do the force buy, they'll take second round, hopefully take that into a bonus in third round, and from then on, 9-3 curse. I'm calling it right now. I'm reverse casting it. That's what's going to happen. Also, we can see a bit of stronger weapons. We can see a Spectre, we can see a Bulldog. Outlaw as well for side of Twix. I think that hopefully that's going to be interesting to see, as obviously we saw B on the opposing side, the Rays pushing up very far forward in those beginning rounds. So we'll have to see if Twix does the same thing, obviously, posted up on this A site. Breach Utility comes out early, and Twix isn't able to find anything. Gonna secure that ult point nonetheless, but they're still there. And a lovely headshot Twix is able to find. Spike goes down, and Nini following up with a second.
Ooh, taking a page out of B's book, Twix says, with that outlaw. But wow, Nini and Twix just completely running them down. You know, that Bulldog buy, it's sometimes risky on your buy round, especially on second, as if you go down, that Bulldog does go into the hands of the enemy team for free. But it seemed to work in favor of Nini this round, and our scoreline, it's closing up very, very slowly, but also it won't be long until the scorelines are even.
I'm hoping to see a bit of a closer match. Obviously, we're pissed around and second round going to OnlyFans. You know, I'm hoping this might turn into a more even half, as OnlyFans immediately finding a bit more success, I think, on this defending side. So we're seeing the same thing as we did last round with OnlyFans pushing up aggressively on that A side, trying to take that space and move forward. But Kitty Squad, they're not there. They're looking more towards the C side and going to push into his Killjoy utility once again.
Yeah, we're seeing this boombot come out from B as well. Hisui getting a quick pick onto Raven, and a lot of the utility here just allowing the rest of Kitty Squad to get onto this side. B is just running through this whole site, but unfortunately takes their weapon out of their hand as Java decides to swing them. Lovely timing from Java on the side of OnlyFans there, but now it does mean that Kitty Squad are going to get this plant in a bit of an interesting spot here, and Vito with that off angle catches Miko off guard and manages to take them down as well. 4v3 for Kitty Squad. They have the stronger weapons. Twix coming in with the boombar, picks up another sheriff for just some extra ammunition. Java now with a vandal in their hand as well. It's looking very risky. The concussion comes out, does manage to hit Hisui. The thrash gets them, and oh my goodness, it caught 2 of them. Kazemaru and Vito, I saw one of them try to go for a knife kill, but unfortunately the rest of OnlyFans do fall. And now Kitty Squad, they're in the double digits. They only have 3 rounds left until they take game 1.
OnlyFans not able to convert the bonus spares, unfortunately. They do fall to Kitty Squad, taking the first round in this half. Looking now for the stronger buys of both teams with the weapons coming out, and a couple of ultimates near online. B with only 3 ult points rather to come online. And we're seeing 2 from the side of Miko until that ult comes online as well. And you know, I reckon with a couple of explosive kills, it's possible to see him come online as B gonna slightly whiff the double blast back on, but gets some space forward nonetheless, as I think they're expecting OnlyFans to be posted up more aggressively this round, but they're not, as Kitty Squad are going to move forward, take that space, and we'll see the Killjoy utility instead posted up on this A site, which might get a bit problematic. Java gets hit by the concussive blast, and Raven, paint shells come out, does a little bit of damage, and OnlyFans going to be defending from Kitty Squad now.
Raven unfortunately blinding their own teammate, and B gets a pick onto Java, but Miko takes down B in response to that. And now Vito trying to get this spike down. Raven's very low on HP. Hisui setting up the Killjoy utility just for that post plant. And now we just play a very slow waiting game. Lavarita waiting on this silent drop, but unfortunately doesn't quite see Miko in time before they get wallbangs, but Hisui swinging and getting the two that were hiding dropped. Nini takes down Hisui, Twix in a 1v1 with Kazemaru. You know, the Dizzy is available for Kazemaru, but it's almost like they know that they're gonna swing. And oh my goodness, wow. Twix looking so close, like they were maybe going to win that, but a lovely headshot from Kazemaru with that Guardian, and the combination of the Dizzy blind as well does work in their favor and puts Kitty Squad at 11.
Okay, so Kitty Squad, they need 2 more rounds to win this. We have a showstopper coming up now for B, which, you know, if you draw blast back in, find that opening kill, that's going to be a pretty difficult round to win for OnlyFans, especially now that weaker buy the Sheriff's coming out, and Kitty Squad, you know, confidently with those full loadouts. So hopefully OnlyFans, they're going to look to save this round, do as much damage as they can, and commit to the next round, as that will be do or die for them if Kitty Squad win this and go on to match point.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, the showstopper coming out from B as well, looking to even just scare some of the members of OnlyFans off of that site and be pushed up with that Phantom. NCT does take down Java. The Dizzy blind comes out as well, and Kazemaru manages to take down Miko with that as well. A bit of a risky play, looking to go through that door on your save round, but Kazemaru also taking down Raven, but Nini taking down Vito, looking to give them a bit more of some sort of advantage, but even not really an advantage. Nini manages to take down B, but unfortunately on such low HP, does get taken down by Hisui, and Kitty Squad are now on match point for game 1.
OnlyFans now really got to pull it out the bag. Kitty Squad going on to match point now. Showstopper came out last round. They're able to secure it. Hopefully OnlyFans with that save, they're going to be looking to have that stronger buy and do literally as much as they can against Kitty Squad to try and stop them from taking this map, as I believe one of the players of OnlyFans has actually disconnected, so I think we're going to wait a minute for them to reconnect. But in the meantime, obviously in terms of ults coming online, it is the last round potentially of the map, so hopefully we're going to have Nini, Rolling Thunder online whenever they reconnect, so hopefully that will at least stop Kitty Squad from getting on site, at least temporarily. It'll do a bit of pushback damage. As well, I got Mika with the Omen ult coming online. Maybe take a bit of space, move forward, get some information on where Kitty Squad might be attacking from. And in terms of Kitty Squad, they've not got too much. Hisui might be able to get the lockdown. I think if Hisui gets the lockdown and finds 2 opening kills quite early, and is able to place that lockdown, it's probably going to secure the map for them, realistically. They'll get that lockdown, but it'll buy them enough time to stop OnlyFans diffusing, and that'll probably be GG's at that point. As Kazemaru as well, if Thrash comes online, that'll secure them a pretty easy pick. So we'll have to see if OnlyFans can deal enough damage to stop these potential plans and ults coming online for Kitty Squad, which will practically spell the end of the game for them.
Yeah, I think, I really do think that the ultimate usage here is going to be what gives OnlyFans that little bit of a boost. You know, Kitty Squad not quite close to any of those ults apart from the Thrash, and while the Thrash is quite a big threat, if you just shoot it, it's gone. Whereas when you have things like a Rolling Thunder as well, I mean, a Rolling Thunder is a bit difficult to kind of deal with. Obviously, that concuss lasts a bit longer than the normal breach stun does, and also sends you flying up in the air as well, completely throwing off your aim. So I really think the usage of that Rolling Thunder is going to come in handy here. And obviously, I think OnlyFans just need to play a bit more together. I know we mentioned something similar last week about Zara and Kittens, but a lot of the time they're playing very separately, swinging one by one, where I think if they really just kind of worked more together and used their utility in combination with each other, I think it could be a lot more beneficial for the team and kind of give them that little bit of a push that they need to maybe get a few more rounds on the board here.
Absolutely. Zara and Kittens, they just, I don't know what happened in that timeout. We spoke, obviously, it came up last week. After that timeout, Zara and Kittens had such a comeback, so to speak. They were doing so good after that timeout. I don't know what words were had, but I think I need some motivational words like that in my life, honestly. Zara and Kittens, I believe, proceeded to win that map, I
They
believe.
did, they
They
did.
came back and were able to win. So hopefully OnlyFans, I don't believe anyone's taken the time out yet in this map, but OnlyFans, I agree, gotta switch it up a little bit, play together a bit more, make sure they're able to trade out and get these picks when you need to. I don't think Nini's going to be getting any picks anytime soon, as unfortunately I believe we're still waiting for them to reconnect. But in the meantime, shout out to our observer giving us some nice cinematic shots of Lotus. It's a pretty nice map. Obviously, I think Lotus has its name just from the big, massive flower, which is probably a lotus in the middle.
Yeah. And
So-
obviously, big shout out to the rest of our prod team as well. Everyone
out
working
production.
behind the scenes that you don't see very often. Obviously, I mean, we count as production, but you guys see us on screen and hear our voices for the entire set. But shout out to those of you not on camera all the time, like Georgia and Emmy, our observer, and also big shout out to our broadcast manager Becca,
As
and
always.
our admin Gracelyn as well. So yeah, but I really think that Kitty Squad have quite a bit of a maybe like motivational boost, but also maybe not an ego boost, but more of kind of a confidence boost. They have, you know, they're oh god, time to do maths. They're 7 rounds in the lead right now.
Quick maths.
There are 7 rounds ahead of OnlyFans right now, and obviously OnlyFans have done really, really good in this tournament so far. So I think having this lead against a team that has won in previous Null tournaments as well, and like has done so well in this competition so far, I think is really, really going to help them kind of get that final push to at least take map 1. And even taking map 1 is going to give you a confidence boost as well. But we just have to hope that we don't see that turn into overconfidence, right?
Absolutely. With that,
Because overconfidence can really be the downfall of a team sometimes.
yeah, no, I completely agree. I think like with that round lead, I think you can get overconfident and get over aggressive and lose yourself quite quickly. As you know, King Squad obviously this is match point for them, or map point, match point. I'll
Map
say
point.
us,
Map point. Yeah.
We're calling it map point. Okay. This is map point for them. This will be the only map that OnlyFans have dropped so far in this tournament. If they aren't able to pull this back up, which 7-round deficit. It's a bit of a tricky one. It definitely is. However, I believe that Nini's back in game now, so hopefully we will be starting again soon. But yeah, in terms of things to talk about, we've discussed utility, we've discussed the ultimates coming online. Even just, I mean, in terms of economy, I think the only small thing might be that, unfortunately, that Miko is on that small shield, that light shield, which might be a little bit of a struggle for them. They're not able to take as much damage as obviously like with maybe Killjoy mollies. If it makes the difference of a few seconds being able to stick a defuse, it can come down to a lot. Like that's quite a significant amount of time if you're thinking about time it takes to defuse a spike. So we'll be interested to see. I don't think we're seeing any phantoms either. Everyone's got a Vandal.
Yeah,
I feel like that's quite uncommon. Everyone in the lobby.
I respect it. I respect it. As someone whose favorite skin line in the game is Prelude, I appreciate the Vandal picks, and I have seen, I think, a Prelude in this game so far. So whoever on either of these two teams has that Prelude Vandal, shout out to you. You're using my favorite weapon skin in the entire game. So you get bonus picks from me. See, I like Phantom as well, but I just feel like Vandal just hits like so much harder than Phantom does. Phantom just feels a bit light sometimes.
I mean, well, statistically, Vandal does physically hit harder, but Phantom feels nicer. You get that spray, I feel like, which is a bit nice sometimes. You get the spray through the smoke. As Nini, shout out Nini, swapping to the Phantom.
Oh,
the
like
only one
Harris.
Like an arrow. It's better not be on stream. No stream sniping. But yeah, I hopefully we'll be starting up soon. We apologize everyone for the delay. We're seeing a cultish ritual now come out for Kitty
nice.
Squad.
Maybe they're doing this so that they can bring all the power to be able to win this final round and take map 1.
They're manifesting.
I believe it. I believe it.
Manifestation.
I really do believe.
There's a lot of flowers and flower
There
symbology
is.
on this map.
I mean, it is called Lotus.
It is called Lotus, mate, but there is a lot. Like it's on the floor design. Shout out whoever did the architecture for this map. That's a pretty flower. But you can tell we're struggling for things to say now when I'm talking about the architecture.
What's your favorite kind of flower, Evelyn? Do you have a
Ooh.
favorite flower?
I'm trying to think. I don't think I
do.
particularly do. The only one I would say is sunflowers for like
Ooh.
sunflower mazes.
Yeah.
Those are pretty
Those are cool. Yeah.
those are good.
I'm a bit basic. My favorite flowers are roses.
Fair enough.
I
Any
really
particular
like
color
roses.
or
I like white ones. White roses are quite cool.
aren't those meant to symbolize something? Like I think our red roses typically like love and white roses or something else.
Yeah.
Or am I? What do they mean?
I don't know. They probably mean something.
I mean, I'm going to do a quick Google while we're still waiting.
Quick Google search.
What do white roses?
This is the top tier content that we're giving you guys on stream today.
Oh, okay, loyalty, purity, and innocence. Apparently,
Ooh.
there you go.
Very fancy.
So I suppose the opposite of red, where red's probably kind of like you associate with like blood, romance.
Yeah.
Maybe I mean like red you associate with anger. Maybe not a red rose, but like
Anger.
red roses are thorny. Like you know,
All roses are thorny.
I don't know. I'm waffling, but yeah, no. White roses.
Unironically
Yeah,
though,
too.
I do quite like lotuses. Lotuses, I think, are just really pretty flowers. But yeah, like I just think it's really cool how they just like float on the water. You know, you just imagine this like big body of water, and there's just pretty lotus flowers floating in and out. But this map, however. No, this map is quite pretty actually. I think it might be my favorite map design wise. Like I just think the design of this map is really, really cool.
I think that there's a lot of hidden Easter eggs on this map. There's a lot of like little cubbies where there's like teddy bears. I think like my favorite part is that somewhere on this map, I think it's on the defender side spawn, there's a room where there's like 4 teddy bears sat around a lotus plant doing like looking like they're doing a ritual, and I think that's really funny that there's just so many little bits like that around this map.
Yeah, no, I think obviously a lot of the maps have quite a few gimmicks, but I think like design wise it's just, I don't know, Lotus just kind of stands out. Like Breeze is cool because it's like a beach with a castle in it and stuff. Fracture's cool design wise. Pearl, as much as I hate that map with a passion design wise, Pearl is very, very nice. And no, I just think Lotus is just like, if I could visit this map not having to play it, I think Lotus is quite up there.
Yeah, I like that we can appreciate the map Valorant play. I hate playing Lotus. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't. It never bodes well for me. But Lotus, yeah, I agree. It's a pretty nice map. It's aesthetically pretty. There we go.
Aesthetically pleasing, yeah.
pretty map.
And now we finally have our timer back,
Let's
and we
go.
can get back into the final round of the game. Possibly.
Possibly.
Not quite. Possibly. And yeah. So let's see what Kitty Squad are gonna pull out here for kind of to see if they're gonna be able to finish this map off B. Already getting into that site, Wingman coming
Wingman.
in. He's excited. He wants to get this spike down and get this round done as a win. I think Wingman's just excited as we are for this map. The Boombot coming in, getting some information on the 2 members of OnlyFans in CT. and we're seeing the breach flash come out, but they don't quite see B. But Nini manages to flick onto B as well after the spray from them didn't quite work out. Twix taking down Lavarita after they take down Nini. Vito swinging away at just the wrong time, but Java takes them down. But the spike is ticking down slowly but surely, and the Thrash online is looking very, very menacing. And it's looking like there's not going to be enough time left for OnlyFans to be able to defuse this. And it's looking like Kitty Squad are taking map 1.
I don't think it was at all in our predictions, in all honesty. That wasn't
No, not
so
really.
how we predicted it. Maybe a little bit of a minor casting curse there.
Maybe.
OnlyFans now 0-1 on the scoreboard. Kitty Squad taking that one map there. That's the first map that they've lost in this series.
Yeah.
OnlyFans have lost one map this entire time. So it'll be interesting to see what they pull up on this next map. I believe we're going to Sunset next, as obviously it's one we haven't seen too much, so it'll be interesting to see what the teams pull up for this. Yeah, I think in terms of predictions, obviously, do we think this is going to be a 2-0 for Kitty Squad even now at this point?
I don't know, because Sunset's always a really kind of interesting map for... I think just to watch in general, Sunset's a really interesting one, because it just has like so many possibilities for where you can push and what you can do on it. So I don't know, we saw OnlyFans kind of do what they do on that map last week, but we are going to see what Kitty Squad can pull out on this map right after this quick break. So don't go anywhere, guys, and we will see you in just a few minutes.
See you soon.
for the double kill going to Kyrie on the backside of this fight. Canceling fast forward, continuing.
And hello everyone, and welcome back to the University Esports UK and Republic of Ireland Women and Non-Binary VALORANT Spring 2024 season. We have just come back after watching Kitty Squad take a triumphant first map over OnlyFans in quite a dominating fashion, actually. So Evelyn, what are you kind of expecting out of Game 2 here when we find ourselves on Sunset?
I think that OnlyFans starting on the attack for this, we didn't see him take the pistol round at the beginning on their attacking side back on Lotus. So it'll be interesting to see for Sunset what they've changed up, if they've got many new plans going into this. What we're kind of going to see from those, obviously, they in that attacking half, they didn't look too good. They were able to pull back a couple rounds where they went onto defense and swapped sides. But, you know, going back onto Sunset, they're on the attack again. So hopefully after this break, they've changed up a couple of things. They've got some new ideas going into this map.
Hopefully, yeah. And I mean, the last time we were on Sunset, we actually saw Sakura pull out the ISO. Wow, this is an incredible kind of hovers we've got from Kitty Squad. But yeah, we saw Sakura pull out the ISO on Sunset last time. Shout out to Sakura, by the way. I see you in chat. But maybe we're gonna see an ISO come out from the side of Kitty Squad. I mean, Hisui is hovering it. I think it could be a really interesting pick, because we definitely saw Sakura pull out some interesting plays last time. So
it's viable.
It is, and I mean, we already see all of OnlyFans lock in their agents. We're seeing a Cypher, Breach, Gecko, Raze, and Omen. We're seeing a Gecko pick come out from the side of OnlyFans, maybe taking a page out of Kitty Squad's book, trying to maybe one up Kazimaru and see if they can do it better than they did last game. But I think this team comp has some strong potential. You know, the Cypher is a nice sentinel to have on Sunset, you know, managing your trips and all of your information across the map. And then Omen, yet again, we're seeing from Miko, looked pretty strong last game, even if we didn't see them pick it out that much. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing Kitty Squad lock in that ISO. But we are seeing a Reyna, though.
A Reyna
and
Astra.
we don't see Reyna that often. Astra we see quite a lot in competitive. She's quite a strong agent, you know, having that kind of global map control with those stars is always really, really helpful. But Reyna is an interesting one. And I think maybe, like I was talking about before the break, I think that the confidence boost is going to be there for Kitty Squad. And I think that might be an extra reasoning behind that Reyna pick.
Absolutely. I think that Reyna's, obviously, it's such a character where you have to make sure that you are getting those kills in order to get usage out of your utility, really. So I think that, yeah, maybe Kitty Squad have gone, okay, we've taken this first map pretty confidently. We're going to try the Reyna pick. I think for the side of OnlyFans, they've got a very textbook composition. It looks pretty nice. I like the Gecko pick. I mean, we had a couple Wingman plants in that last map. I think Wingman's keen to get going again, so hopefully we'll see a couple more plants come out for him at least. I think Astra as well, you know, seeing him in competitive a little bit. I think that versatility and that wide map coverage you have with the utility, I think is going to be so beneficial for Kitty Squad. As you know, you can get that wall down, the Astra Cosmic Divide to split the site. You can take space with it. I think that obviously with the versatility of the smokes and the concussive as well, I think that having that wide variety that you have throughout all the map is definitely going to be something pretty substantial for Kitty Squad.
Yeah, and I mean, like we said at the beginning of this set as well, OnlyFans will be starting on the attack yet again. Now, we didn't see them find that much success on the beginning attacking half from last map, so I wonder if they're going to be kind of, I don't know, maybe reconvening and figuring out a different way to approach the attacking side of this first half. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see if OnlyFans has kind of changed at all. But Kitty Squad obviously on that defense looked so strong. And as we are going to get into this game, we're going to be seeing what these two teams have prepared for us on Sunset. Our second game of this set starts right now.
Keep Squad starting on this defensive side. I think the Reyna pick's definitely going to be interesting for the Reyna and the Jet, actually. I was going to speak about this. I didn't know if the Jet had been locked in and confirmed, but a Reyna and a Jet, a double duelist for Keep Squad, I think that confidence boost has definitely hit them to another level. OnlyFans starting with this attack. Twix, I like the Raze pick. I think it's a pretty decent common pick for this map. You got the double satchel in, you got to take the space, but they're going to be met with Kitty Squad with a Scythe utility on this map, which is definitely going to put a little bit of a stop in their plans.
Yeah, and we're seeing these Astro Smokes come out already. The Astro Smokes always so good at kind of covering that control and giving us control over the places where they decide to put them down. The Omen Smoke's also coming in really helpful, you know, having them regenerate so quickly means that you don't have to use them as sparingly as a lot of other smokes. However, Kazamaru is swinging, picking that Jet as well. A lovely beginning headshot. The Paranoia does come out to try and stall them out of this site just a little bit, but Miko hiding on this site by themselves. Twix still in mid, taking a 1v1 with Vito, unfortunately falling. And, I mean, Miko is taking down so many members of Kitty Squad right now, and so is Nini, but Vito trades onto Java as well, and it's all up to Nini. And they get the shot transfer, and wow, that was such a nice kind of cleanup, even though they're on such low HP.
Absolutely. OnlyFans barely get that initial pistol round there with a very nice triple kill for Nini. Initially, Miko getting that far onto site, unfortunately, I think that Raven did go down, leaving them. I think that Miko was able to find 2 picks initially on that low HP. We had 3 members from OnlyFans rotating around when Miko was left on site with the spike down. I think that's a miracle that Miko managed to survive that long. And you know what? OnlyFans taking pistol round, it's looking like a nice start so far for the map.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is looking like a nice sorry, my words, a bit of a better start for OnlyFans here, not falling as short as they did on the last pistol round. But now we're seeing Raven kind of push up through this kind of mid site. Maybe they'll find themselves in a 1v1 with another member of the Kitty Squad here. We're seeing some smokes come out already, just trying to get control of that site quickly. The Astro Smoke comes out, but they are going to have 2 blinds to get them back into the site. The Dizzy has come out, and so is the Wingman. But Twix gets 2 picks straight away with that Bulldog. A lovely little weapon to have. Raven with that Guardian as well. Obviously, these stronger weapons looking so good against these classics the Kitty Squad only have in their hands. And now we are in our post-plant situation. Raven missing just a few shots, but the cage comes out, giving them a bit more protection and hopefully giving them time to reposition. Now, it's looking like there's only 1 member of Kitty Squad left, Loverita, with this classic. Shoots down the Dizzy, gets some damage onto Nini, but not quite able to clean it up. OnlyFans 2-0 up and a flawless round in their pocket as well, meaning that they're still going to have these weapons for this 3rd round.
OnlyFans now going into a little bit of a bonus round, going to be holding on those weapons from a 2nd round and hopefully going to get their economy up a little bit more. Kitty Squad, they're not looking too good in terms of their stocks, but you know, they've still got the Vandals in hand, they've got the light armor, they're still going to be more than capable to deal enough damage here to OnlyFans going into this 3rd round. As we're going to see, OnlyFans go again to look at that B site where the Scythe utility is, although Raven looking to do a little bit of a lurk on that A site. We'll just have to see if Kitty Squad push up as aggressively as they did last time.
Yeah, and I mean, it's looking like this round has slowed down just a little bit here, as we're not really seeing anyone push up too much. The Blast Pack does destroy the Trip, and they manage to take down the camera as well. The Thrash does come out, gets caught by the Cypher Trip, but in all fairness, it cleared out the site, so it was of some use, but B now pushing up towards mid, not quite getting any sort of picks there, but Loverita takes down Raven, but Nini takes down Vito, and it's all up to Kazamaru. Just a Vandal in hand and not quite able to land the shots. OnlyFans doing exactly what Kitty Squad did to them at the beginning of map 1 and having themselves 3-0 up to start the 2nd map.
It's looking good for OnlyFans. The stocks are up. investments are all-time high. They've got the bonus, they've got the money in hand. As a push Kitty Squad back down onto Sheriffs, it's not looking too good. A little stinger coming out maybe, but other than that, they're not looking like they're going to be able to do too much this round. Hopefully, maybe do a little bit of damage to the economy there. So, seeing OnlyFans again, look to do a little bit of a 3-2 split. They've kind of liked this so far. They've liked opting to go for this B site rather. Sorry, we're not Lotus anymore. This B site, where the Cypher utility is. Seeing so a couple members look towards that mid as OnlyFans are pushing up very aggressive. Not OnlyFans, Kitty Squad are pushing up very aggressively again, taking a bit of space. But Raven with that Cypher trip mine, gonna get a little bit of info, gonna know that they're pushed up forward, and they are able to catch out Lavrita.
Yeah, I mean, these Cypher trips especially are looking to cause a lot of problems for Kitty Squad. Obviously, having that much control over the map and not having an easy way to get rid of them without giving yourself away is looking like it's being so helpful to OnlyFans here. But Twix getting a lovely pick onto Hisui, and Kitty Squad, only 3 people left. Make that 2. Only the duelists alive on the side for Kitty Squad. B snuck up behind them with a Sheriff, but not quite able to land the shots. Kazamaru, however, takes down Jabba, making it so the OnlyFans only have 4 members online. B gets the pick and decides to dismiss away, not quite getting that heal for the extra health, and unfortunately gets taken down. Kazamaru does take down Raven, but Twix finishing it off with a 3k, takes them down, and wow, now OnlyFans are 4-0 up. And I mean, it looks like they've woken up since last map. Like, I feel like this is a completely different OnlyFans to what we saw last map.
Absolutely. OnlyFans now coming onto their map pick with a 4-0 round lead currently. The confidence must be at an all-time high. They're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty strong. Their economy is looking good. The ults are coming online. It's all coming together right now for OnlyFans. Kitty Squad, they're able to find a little bit of damage though. Their save round, as they managed to lose Lavrita at the start, unfortunately. But 2 members on the flank, they're able to still do a lot of damage there to OnlyFans. As Spike, it's going to be sat down for now. Astra Stars are going to come out a little bit. As OnlyFans, they're going to slow this one down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I'd like to see is if maybe the Astra could use these stars for something that's not just the smokes, be swinging with that blind, taking down Twix, giving them a man advantage early on. And I mean, there are a few ultimates online for both sides. We have the Empress and the Neural Theft available for Kitty Squad, and then the Omen Teleport and the Neural Theft as well on the side for OnlyFans, looking like it might be a bit helpful, but there's only 3 members of OnlyFans left alive. Raven taking down Hisui, trying to even up the numbers just a little bit more, make it a bit more of a fair fight. And as Miko and B are trading, there's only 1 member left alive for OnlyFans. Kitty Squad, the Neural Theft does come out as well, giving them information of where Nini is, and they're just really looking to get at least 1 round on the board for them, get them a bit of a swing in their step, maybe give them that little bit of a boost they need. And Vito jump swinging just to try and get some information. Nini swinging with that Dizzy, manages to take down Vito, gets blinded by the breach. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. Are they going to be able to do it? No. Be holding that angle so securely, and Kitty Squad have finally gotten themselves a round on the board.
That first round in this map so far coming out now for Kitty Squad, as Kazamaru and Lavrita with some really nice crosshair placement there, as Kazamaru was able to find that initial pick on Java, which I believe stopped the initial push onto that A site. As now we're looking for, hopefully, OnlyFans. I mean, their economy is still strong. They've still got decent loadouts. And we still see a Sheriff come up for Kazamaru, and they're going to look to play a bit more on that A site once again. We're seeing those Cypher tripwires that we spoke about a little bit. They're definitely doing good at making sure that they're not getting hit on the flank too much, OnlyFans. But Kitty Squad, they've got that Blade Storm out. Nini going to be putting out a fresh as well. Isn't able to find anything for now, but OnlyFans going to be looking to push up now into this A site.
Yeah, the Boombot coming out as well just to get a bit of extra information. It's unfortunate that Thrash didn't find anything. But now with that tripwire being broken, they now have a general sense of where B is. Twix taking down Kazamaru with that showstopper. The Empress was also popped, but B gets taken down by Java. Twix takes down Hisui. The Thrash has come back online, not quite able to hit anyone this time, but Vito looking behind the rest of the players on the A side. But the Neural Theft has come out, so now they're going to know where both of the members left alive on Kitty Squad are, and now with Twix getting that 3k, it's all up to Vito, and unfortunately, with the mosh pit and the paint shells thrown at them, Nini manages to shoot them down, and there is now 5 rounds on the board for OnlyFans.
They're making great use so far of this Cypher utility on the attacking side. They're doing such a good job of recognizing when Kitty Squad are on the flank with that Cypher utility catching them out, and they're doing such a good job of just finding these picks. And we saw B there, pop of the Empress, trying to get behind the flank. They might go on a pick, but they got traded out quite quickly. As OnlyFans, they're doing pretty good so far at shutting down anything that Kitty Squad is throwing at them.
Yeah, no, I agree. We're seeing the camera getting shot down by the Sheriff as well. Kitty Squad with a kind of weaker weapons on their side here, looking to maybe try and just get as much damage off as they can. With these weaker buys, it's obviously it's going to be a difficult one, but we've seen teams win these thrifty rounds before, Stinger in hand as well. I always remember when Stinger used to be broken back last year, but we're seeing 3 members down on Kitty Squad already. Kazamaru did get a pick onto Raven, and B gets a pick onto Nini, putting a Vandal in their hands as well, leaving us in a 3v3. The Omen ult is still available. The Rolling Thunder is also still available for the Breach as well. There is a lot of retake potential here for the side of Kitty Squad if they trust B with this Vandal, and Kazamaru with this Vandal actually as well. So the stakes are looking a bit more even than normal, but Twix takes down the Varita, Kazamaru takes down Twix but gets traded by Miko, and B unfortunately pushing up a bit too far and gets taken down by Miko as well, getting those Vandals back in the hands of OnlyFans and putting us at 6-1.
What a dominant lead so far for OnlyFans in this map. It is their map pick. They are doing a lot stronger now on this attacking side, which is what we like to see. Obviously, them going on the attack beginning in Lotus didn't look too good for them, but it's nice to see them coming back in a dominant fashion on this map so far. A 5-round lead. It's looking pretty good. As Kitty Squad, they might have Vandals in hand now, but they certainly don't have much for money to sustain that. They do have a couple ults coming online. They have the Rolling Thunder. They have the Cosmic Divide. So hopefully might be able to put a little bit of a stop to OnlyFans coming in now. OnlyFans don't have many ults online themselves. And we're seeing a 3-2 split come out from them again. 2 members going to be looking to flank a little bit from OnlyFans, as we're seeing a couple rest of the members look towards that A side.
Yeah, this 3-2 split, like you said, looking to try and just get a bit more control of the map than if all 5 of them are pushing, but B does take down a member of OnlyFans, but Raven trades right back and makes the player numbers even yet again. Lavarita with a lovely little angle there, taking down Twix as Raven also takes down Hisui. The numbers on both sides still very even, but Raven going for this kind of flank, I guess.
Raven is so deep in their spawn.
This flank, but all of the other members of Kitty Squad are behind them. This is really interesting to watch on the map, actually. And they managed to take down Vito in the process as well. But now both Kazamaru and the Breach of Lavarita looking to kind of come up behind them as well. Maybe path through mid a little bit. But now as the spike goes down, we're left in a post plant yet again. The members of OnlyFans on this B site looking to kind of split apart and cover as much of this ground as possible. The Cypher trips are out, the cam is out as well, giving us information on where these players are. And it's looking like this might be a bit rough for Kitty Squad to try and pull back, but the double swing from both of these players is looking incredible. But as the timer ticks down, the pressure to try and retake this site gets higher and higher. As the BP gets faster, so should these players' hearts rate, and it's looking like the 2 players of K Squad are going to save their weapons, leaving OnlyFans at 7 rounds for this half, which is more rounds than they got last game, and I mean that in the nicest way possible, I promise.
A good switch up for OnlyFans. Whatever happened in that break, whatever discussions they had, it's certainly paying off. Obviously, you know, a very dominant lead so far. 6 rounds on the board for them. We've heard about lurking ciphers. Raven was quite literally in the defender spawn that round.
Yeah,
it was
it was
insane.
really interesting to watch because the 3 players on Kitty Squad were like right behind them, and I don't know how they made it past them.
That was like a very much pantomime moment where it's like, he's behind you.
No, yeah.
Raven was quite
Yeah.
literally behind you.
Yeah,
but nonetheless,
definitely.
going into this round, OnlyFans once again looking for that B side, but they're still split. Raven's still doing Raven things, going on a bit of a lurk. Gonna see if they can maybe get a pick as Kitty Squad pushed up aggressively there, but Raven might get caught out here as I see the 3 members starting to push. Oh wait, 30
Maybe
HP. They don't know
the luck not kind of looking like it's gonna work, but they managed to take down 1 player and they took down the Reina as well, which is going to be really beneficial as B has been doing so much for the side of Kitty Squad both of these maps already actually, and now as Wingman goes to do his little job of planting the spike, Hisui gets a pick with the Singer, Kazamaru taking down Miko, but Nini unfortunately Nini takes down Hisui actually, unfortunately taking them down. The Rolling Thunder comes out as well, and so does that Aftershock. Java takes down Lavarita, and it's all up to Kazamaru in this 1v2. They managed to take down Nini, but are they going to be able to take down Java? Did they hear them drop? Yes, they did, and Kazamaru with that 3k manages to get Kitty Squad a second round on the board with a lovely little 1v2 for the side of Kitty Squad.
I mean, they take that second round now coming off of the board, but it took Kitty Squad 4 members and a 3k, I believe, for Kazamaru, and a cheeky little clutch there. It took a lot for Kitty Squad to finally be able to find another round on the board, as they went 3 rounds without taking one. So yeah, they might be able to feel a little bit more confident themselves with another number going up, but the buy still isn't looking too good for us. Obviously, we can see OnlyFans, they're still doing pretty good on their economy. They're still pretty confident. We're seeing Vito again with that judge. I have to see if they get any picks or not with that, as Loverita has to pull up the Bulldog for this map. So, Kitty Squad, we're able to take the round, but if that's what's going to take a round, OnlyFans are going to be looking pretty safe.
Yeah, now the Thrash coming out from Nini as well, looking to just get some early aggression here, looking to take as much space as possible. But Vito hiding on this site with that judge. The stun does come out from the breach there. Stuns up one of the members on site, but not quite able to capitalize off of that. But Raven takes down Lavarita as they're lurking again. Twix just hiding on this site. The Cosmic Divide comes out for the side of Kitty Squad as well, and so does the Empress. Both blinds already come out. Kazamaru looking to get a bit of maybe some damage here, but not quite able to as Twix takes him down with a Showstopper. B with that Empress manages to get a pick and almost float away into the darkness, and a Raven left alone to defend this site by themselves and not quite able to do it. A third round is due on the board for Kitty Squad, and it's looking like they might be starting to turn things around here.
2 rounds back to back so far, looking pretty decent for Kitty Squad. So hopefully their economy is going to be building up a little bit more, looking a bit stronger. But you know, OnlyFans once again, they're still okay. They've still got another round of them before we're going to need to start looking to save. Kitty Squad 2 rounds up now. We've got Kazamaru with the Bladestorm coming online. B had to be committing to the Empress that round. They've looked pretty confident so far. I mean, we talked about it with the map with the team compositions earlier, that if you're going to play that Reina, you got to be confident in taking those 1v1s and getting those kills. And so far, I think they have. Although Raven, okay, they're not looking to lurk mid as much this time. They've lurked so much this game. They've been able to get into the enemy spawn so much and get so far behind Kitty Squad. I forget what team they're playing for at this point because I've seen the defender spawn so much.
Yeah, now we're seeing a lot of smokes come out from both sides. We're seeing the Omen smoke and the Astra smokes both coming out from both sides. B doing a lovely little kind of jiggle swing thing and manages to take down the Omen on the side of OnlyFans, getting a nice early pick for them, giving them that early man advantage as well. And now Kazamaru just kind of lurking towards this A side, looking to maybe get a pick, but Raven with a lovely headshot there, taking them down. And Raven takes down V2 as well, but B managing to get that pick onto Twix, making it a 3v3 already. These numbers are staying even. And as Raven swings out of that cage, Hisui and Loverita go down, but B unfortunately takes down Raven, denying them the opportunity of being able to get that ace. And now B, the world is on their shoulders and they're having to try and clutch this one up in another 1v2 for Kitty Squad. And as they swing, Nini just shooting them down straight away. And that puts us 8 rounds on the board as we go into the last round of the half here for us.
Raven doing Raven things, being able to find 2 kills and putting it up to 4K. It wasn't quite an ace, unfortunately, but being able to find those 2 picks initially on such a low combat A site, they're just like, okay guys, I've got 2 kills over there. You guys come over here, we're gonna plant Spike, gonna get things going. B being the only one left, I mean, a 1v2 there is definitely possible for K Squad and for B. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen, and OnlyFans, if they win this, I'm hoping we're not going to see a 9-3 curse, as OnlyFans to win this would be going to a 3rd match. It would be interesting. But, you know, it's their map pick. OnlyFans more than capable to close this out. As Kazumara going to pull out the Blade Storm for this one, and going to see what they're going to be able to do as they hold mid, and Twix shooting up a little bullets, doesn't able to get any damage.
Yeah, the Blade Storm coming out from Kazumara, looking to just kind of find any sort of last resorts they can get for this. The Dizzy comes out for Nini, and they haven't seen Loverita hiding in the corner, taking down Nini, and Kazumara taking down Raven in the process with that Blade Storm, regenerating those blades for them. The Paranoia comes out, the Blind comes out for Loverita as well on such low HP after hiding in that corner. I don't know how they did not see them. It's a 4v3 currently for Kitty Squad with that man advantage. The Cypher Cam giving them more information about where the possibilities of the rest of the members of OnlyFans could be, and they managed to tag the breach up as well as they see that they're going towards this A site. The smokes coming down as well, just to try and block off their line of sight just a bit, and Miko managing to spot Kazumaro at the side of that wall and taking them down. The cages are down as well. They can hear them walking through it. They fake the spike tap, and now they're actually planting for real. Vito on this site almost by themselves as they're waiting for the rest of their team to get here, but no, it's just too late. Twix taking down Vito already as Hisui coming onto this site as well, looking to maybe try and get a bit of damage while they're waiting for Loverita as well to try and help them, but no, swinging one by one, almost exactly what OnlyFans did into them as well, and it's all up to Loverita on just 27 HP as Miko swings, manages to take them down, and Java looking to use this stun to just try and saw them even more. And as the stun comes out, Twix swings with that 3K and a 9-3 curse, well, not curse, a 9-3 scoreline again. Almost like the complete opposite of what we saw on map 1.
Absolutely. Key Squad, last map, it was then in the 9-3 position. We didn't get any 9-3 curse that map, so we'll have to see if it happens this map. It could be interesting to see. But Kitty Squad then now flipping over onto the attacking side as the ghosts are coming out. Going to be interesting to see B what they can do on this pistol round on Morena with that ghost. And, you know, OnlyFans opting for a few light shields instead. I like this. I like that Twix is going to be on that light shield. I think it's a bit of a nicer play. I think you can afford that boom bot a bit more and get that early information. I think that's a bit nicer. As Kitty Squad going to be looking to play more towards mid this round. Bit interesting. I don't think we saw them try and play this aggressively, but Door's going to come down anyway and deny much hope of going through there.
Yeah, I'm really liking this kind of 5 ghosts pick from the side of Kitty Squad here. Hisui taking down Miko, but Raven trading straight away and gets another pick onto B, but Kazumaro trades as well. Nini taking down Kazumaro, leaving Kitty Squad only 2 members alive, both of them positioned on this site waiting for this post plan. Both of them, like I said, ghosts in hand. Enough information for them to be able to try and play it a bit safe, but Vito doesn't quite realize that Twix is behind them, and despite whiffing their shots, they still take them down. But Loverita takes down Twix and takes down Nini as well. Now Wingman is on the spike. Can they take down Java in time? No, they can't. Java taking down Loverita and putting OnlyFans at 10 rounds on the board. Now that was quite close if it wasn't for that Wingman. No, with that Wingman actually, it was quite close, making making Loverita kind of panic a little bit and feel like they have to take down this last member to be able to defuse this spike, or defend this spike, sorry. And now with 10 rounds on the board, 7 rounds ahead of Kitty Squad, which is the lead that the lead that Kitty Squad had over OnlyFans last map as well. But let's see what they bring for us on this force.
OnlyFans hopefully going to be putting that up to 11 on the force by Twix in a nice little position there, back again with the Bulldog. Kitty Squad going to be moving up a bit slowly towards this A site, but Cypher again, was it with Cypher's lurking in mid? But Cypher going to be looking towards mid on this round, but Amazon OnlyFans, they're staying still, they're chilling. Java going to get blocked off there.
As the Astra smokes come down, so do the Rainer blinds, but unfortunately not quite able to find any capitalization off of those layers. The stuns come out, and so do the stronger weapons from the side of OnlyFans. That Aftershock comes out as well, looking to just kind of displace the rest of Kitty Squad, and it's all up to Kazumari yet again, but unfortunately takes almost too much damage from those paint shells and goes down to Java, leaving OnlyFans with 11 rounds in their hand.
Clean round for OnlyFans on that force buy. Gotta get 2 more out of this, and they're gonna take the scoreline to 1-1. So now, okay, it looks like we're gonna be going for bonus, and Kitty Squad on those sheriffs, it looks like, gonna be going for a save as well. So OnlyFans, if they take this round and put it up to 12 on the scoreboard, hopefully, I mean, their economy will be strong enough, obviously, for that match point round, if it gets to that point. But if not, they're putting themselves in a decent position should this game last a bit longer. Kitty Squad going to be going for this mid push once again, going to be moving up a little bit, and so far not looking too chaotic, as we're going to maybe move around to the A side. A couple members maybe from OnlyFans moving around to look elsewhere.
Yeah, the pace of this map has definitely slowed down just that little bit. And I mean, with this bonus round coming out from OnlyFans, that's kind of what you have to play for. You have to play for the mistakes that the enemy team are going to make and waiting for them to walk into you to try and capitalize off of these weaker weapons. And it's looking like that's what Kitty Squad are going to do. But B, taking down Nini straight after, looking really, really clean. But Miko managing to get Kazumari and Tizumi and B. That's 4. Oh my goodness, what is going on this ace? Miko has just taken down all 4 members that swung them on the side of Kitty Squad. Twix managing to kind of blast pack peek away, trying to get Miko that ace, but not quite. But Vito, with this Guardian, hold on, is looking to get a 4K of their own to try and clutch this out. And oh my goodness, it's all up to the Breach. It's a Breach Cypher 1v1. Java left alive for OnlyFans, looking to maybe try and just hold this site. It's not looking like they're going to be able to plant this out, especially with their stun. Vito looking to very barely get the spike down with only milliseconds left to spare. With this Guardian, the neural theft comes out. Are they expecting them to swing? Which side is it going to be? They can see that Java has stayed in the same position, and Java finishes it off, taking down Vito, putting them at map point. But wow, there was some really interesting plays from both of them, from Miko getting a 4K on that side, from everyone swinging them outside of their smoke, to to the other member of Kitty Squad also getting that 4K as well from Vito, looking really, really impressive from both sides here.
I think OnlyFans committed so much there to try and get Miko the ace that all of a sudden Vito came out of a 4K of a Guardian, and I was like, okay guys, we maybe shouldn't have done that. It looked a little bit closer, going down to a 1v1 there in the end. But OnlyFans now, they're on map point, so we'll have to see if they can close this up, as they're looking pretty confident on the buy with the full shields there. As Kitty Squad, I believe, didn't quite have the full loadouts that they perhaps wanted, but it's map point, so I think they've forced sport regardless. And OnlyFans, they're not able to get that initial first pick. It's Kitty Squad going to be looking to go on the site now. Miko's stuck in the corner. And Kitty Squad going to be getting spiked down.
This Astra Smoke is giving them really, really good coverage here. They don't know that Miko is on this site. The spike has been planted down, and they're now left into a retake situation. Kazumura taking down Miko, as we're now in a 4v3 for Kitty Squad, looking a bit more in their favor, as they do have the man advantage here. The sun's coming out and so do the blinds. Twix takes down Kazumaru, might also take down B, as they saw just a pixel of their head, but no, B takes them down and manages to dismiss away. Nini, with that judge, manages to take them down as well, but there's 2 people left in main, and as the spike is ticking down, Nini isn't quite gonna have the time to be able to do it. Manages to take down all of the members of Kitty Squad, but there's just not enough time for them to defuse. And Kitty Squad taking down, letting the time tick down and giving them an extra round on the board in this, what's looking like a really, really close game.
I mean, you could say really close game. There's still an 8-round difference, I believe. But you know, OnlyFans, they're still on that point. And it's still very possible here for the 9-3 Curls to come back for Kitty Squad. They played that round pretty nice. They placed down the spike, obviously. So they placed down the spike for B main there. So Kitty Squad were able to just play that time advantage. And Kitty Squad going to be going for a 3-2 split once again. Raven looking to get a little bit aggressive and take up some space and maybe get greedy for that orb. Maybe get something, isn't able to get anything for the Sheriff, and Emperor's going to come out, and that's going to open up that B site there, as our Kitty Squad are going to look towards as Cosmic Divide comes out as well.
Yeah, an unlucky swing from Raven there. Like you said, getting a bit greedy for those extra ultimate points, but now Kitty Squad are getting this spike down. Does B know that Miko was waiting on the other side of this wall? No, they don't, but they don't know that either of each other are there, and as B manages to get that pick, they hit them with the dismiss. There's the Thrash Detain, there's the Dizzy Blind, and now it's looking like OnlyFans are going to be able to maybe have an easier time retaking this site. Hisui using the fake smoke to just get on the other side of where this spike is, but they don't know that Vito's behind them. Java not able to take them down, and Vito cleaning it up for the rest of the side of Kitty Squad, putting them at 5 rounds, and it's looking like they're trying to slowly but surely bring this back for the side of Kitty Squad.
Kitty Squad now taking 2 rounds in a row. It's looking a bit more drastic now for OnlyFans, as we're being forced to go down to a Sheriff and a bit of a save by coming into this next round here. As Kitty Squad, they're still looking pretty decent. We've got Kazumaro with the Sheriff, probably going to be pulling up the Blaze Storm going into this next round aggressively as well. Probably going to be having the Rolling Thunder come out as well for Lavrita, as that Blaze Storm does get popped immediately. And OnlyFans are looking to play really aggressively and push up so far into this mid, as Twix gets caught out immediately, and Nini as well takes a pick, but Vito gets another, and Kitty Squad are looking pretty good for the numbers so far.
And some really nice plays from Kitty Squad here. Obviously, Vito getting that pick onto Nini, making sure that they can activate that neural theft to give them the information on the last 2 members of OnlyFans. Obviously, with these kind of weaker weapons, you have to be really, really careful. And Vito taking down Java with a 3KB, finishing it off. It's looking like, I mean, Kitty Squad, something has been ignited within them, and OnlyFans, they're just so desperate for this map win that they're just faltering under the pressure of trying to kind of tie it up and clean it all up. But no, Kitty Squad, they're keeping their composure and they're doing what they need to be able to bring this scoreline back.
3 rounds now in a row for Kitty Squad, and OnlyFans, they need to win 1. I can imagine the comms right now is like, guys, come on, they've run 3 in a row. We need to just win 1 more round. It's looking a little close now, or closer than it was certainly. As Kitty Squad with 6 rounds on the board, you know, it's 3-9 curse. 3-9 curse. It's doable. It really is doable here. As Kitty Squad, we're going to be looking to push up pretty aggressively on that mid side. We can see B wait just on the other side of that smoke to see if they can catch anything there. It's close.
Oh, a nice pick from Nini there. taking down B, who, like I said earlier, has been doing so much for the side of Kitty Squad here. They do have the Rolling Thunder for them available, but only fans. Their ultimate economy is looking so good. And Twix taking down Vito as well. It's looking like there's going to be some really strong push potential for the side of OnlyFans here. Not push potential, sorry, retake potential as they are on the defense. I mean, it's going to either be really difficult for Kitty Squad to be able to get on this side or for them to be able to hold it, as there's just so much in the back pocket of OnlyFans. And Nini, unfortunately, not winning their 1v1, getting taken down by Lavarita, but they were the only person on OnlyFans without an ultimate available. So, I mean, there's still so much potential for OnlyFans to be able to finish it off here, but Kitty Squad are just playing so slow. But that slowness almost might not go in their way, but Kazamaru taking down Miko, the breach blind, coming really in handy for the side of Kitty Squad there, making sure that that lurker on that B side was not able to find anyone. The showstopper got popped by Twix, not quite able to find anything. Kazamaru swings Raven and does take them down. There's an Astra Star left on the spike as they tap it. And, I mean, the Rolling Thunders come through as well. Kazamaru, unfortunately, getting stunned. And another Rolling Thunder comes out as well. Welcome to Valorant, ladies and gentlemen. There's just so much going on. The breach stun, the aftershock, the blinds. It's all up to Java to try and clean this up. Hisui looking to swing. They might do a double swing here just to kind of secure it. And they do the 1-1. And Kitty Squad have cleaned it up again. They've got 7 rounds on the board. They've won the past 4 in a row. This is looking really close, actually, as Kitty Squad they're just bringing it back on this attack.
Okay, this is getting a little bit stressful now for OnlyFans. 4 rounds now. It's going up each time. Kitty Squad are getting closer and closer every single round now. But OnlyFans, they're back down onto that weaker buy. They're back down to Sheris. I think it'd be a miracle to see them close out the map. Really, as they committed even so many ults that last round. We saw them commit the showstopper they weren't able to get any value from. We saw a Rolling Thunder come out as well, and Kitty Squad was still able to close out that round. It's getting a little... I'd be quite stressed for OnlyFans right now. As, you know, Java gets a little bit of information that Kitty Squad's going to be looking towards this A site, and the rest of the members haven't quite moved yet. It might be a bait. Spike hasn't gone down yet.
Yeah, looking to push into this A site. The layers coming out from B yet again. The breach stun coming out just to clear out some more space. And now the spike has been planted for Kitty Squad. Twix just hiding on this top box here. Kitty Squad know that they're there, but not looking to do anything about it. The Boombot has come out as well to just get a bit of extra information. Kazamaru, unfortunately, goes down to Twix, who's sitting literally right above them. B takes down Raven, and Hisui takes down Twix as well. 4v3 for the Kitty Squad with those stronger weapons. Make that a 3v2 now, as Vito takes down Miko, but Java trades right back. Nini looking to maybe just get a bit of extra damage off, but B takes them down after all, they only had a classic in their hand. Java, it's all up to them. Takes down B, but gets traded away by Hisui straight away. Obviously, with the weaker weapons, that was going to be a bit of a more difficult push for them to make, but still a valiant effort from OnlyFans, as they did take down 3 members of Kitty Squad that round.
Absolutely. Valiant effort there, like you said, for OnlyFans. Kitty Squad now, B's got the Empress coming online, and we've seen them be able to convert these kills time and time again and get the value from that ultimate. So, you know, OnlyFans, they've only got the Thrash online. Well, not only Flash, sorry, but they've got the Thrash and Omen coming online as well, as they're not got too many other ults coming in the near future. So Kitty Squad, it's been very dominant so far. I mean, like, we're on 5 rounds in a row now at this point, so they're looking pretty decent in their lead. As OnlyFans, they gotta take 1, but like, Raven gonna be doing their best for that side to try hold down the site. As Kitty Squad, they're gonna back up a little bit now.
Yeah, I mean, B already down to half HP after that small interaction, the 5v5. I mean, it could still be anyone's game here. There's 2 ultimates on the side for OnlyFans. We haven't seen the Omen on the side of OnlyFans use that ultimate that much. And Kitty Squad, you know, that Empress available for the side of B is looking to be very dangerous. As B on this Reyna has just been so good at getting some really necessary picks for Kitty Squad. But everyone's taking it just a bit slower. Kitty Squad making their way towards B after walking through mid here, not getting any information about where the rest of the members of OnlyFans are. But with the Cypher utility on this B side, it's looking like they're at least going to get some information about where Kitty Squad is, and there is that Empress. Let's see what B can do with this Ultimate Online. Unfortunately, gets reeled by that Spy Cam dart, and with these smokes and these cages, they're going to pop the Cosmic Divide. Vito just hiding in this mid here. Java looking to kind of take them away. B takes down Raven and gets the dismiss away with that Empress. The Dizzy is going to come through the wall. Java looking to push through this wall as well, but B takes down Miko. Nini takes down Kazamaru as well, but Twix takes down B straight away and is going to manage to take down Vito as well. It's a 3v2 for OnlyFans. Wingman is on this spike right now. Nini takes down Loverita, and it's all up to Hisui. The blind comes out, the thrash comes out, they're detained, the paint shells comes out, and that's finally going to be it for map 2 as OnlyFans finally take it after just kind of, I don't want to say trolling, but it was definitely a close game.
It got very close. I think there was 5 or 6 rounds there in the end that Kitty Squad ended up winning before OnlyFans were actually able to close out that match. So it definitely got a lot closer than I think it should have. But we're going to go into our decider map now, which I believe is Ascent, where I think we've got OnlyFans on the attacking side again. And Sunset on their map pick, they took both pistol rounds there, so definitely a bit more warmed up compared to what we saw originally on Lotus. So we're going to have to see soon what happens.
Yeah, and I mean, Ascent is one of those maps where there's kind of a really typical way that you can play it, but we're going to have to see if either of these teams pull out anything special or surprising for us right after this break, so don't go anywhere, guys, and we will be right back in a few minutes.
This
Snake will end it here for the double kill going for Kyrie on the backside of this fight. Cancel's fast forward the team.
And hello, everybody, and welcome back to the University Esports UK and Republic of Ireland Women and Non-Binary VALORANT Spring 2024 season. We have just come back from an incredible Map 2, where OnlyFans managed to completely turn it around from Map 1 and take us to our decider map, which is going to be Ascent, a map that we've seen to be kind of a bit of a straight line in terms of kind of meta team comps and strategies for this map for a very long time. So, Evelyn, are you kind of expecting anything crazy out of either of these two teams, or are you kind of expecting to see the same old typical that we usually do?
I'd be surprised to see anything out of the ordinary, but then again, we saw Reyna on Sunset, so in all honesty, Kitty Squad, they could pull it out again. It didn't fail for them. I'd say it definitely had value. They definitely were able, B was able to get usage out of the pick. So for all I know, we could see another Gecko, we could see another Reyna, we could see ISO for all I know. Ascent, we talk about it being such a textbook map at this point because of how much it's been in rotation. It's been around the block a lot, so we kind of know what we're going to see, but somehow there's always something that surprises us.
Yeah, and I mean, we tend to see kind of the same team comps we see a lot of kind of mirror matchups on this map, you know, usually see the Jet, the Killjoy, the KO, the Sova, and the Omen a lot of the time for this map. But what I'm really kind of interested in is not exactly what these teams play, but how they play this map. Because while there are kind of a few typical strategies that you tend to see, there are kind of a lot of different ways that you can play this map. Like, you can go for a bit more of a mid push with this, or you can decide to maybe attack the sites in a bit of a different way to how you usually do. But also, I don't know, these teams might just decide to play it safe, play it the typical way that we do, but I don't know, I'm kind of hoping for something a bit special on this map, especially since this is our decider map, and the team that ends up winning this map will be going to our grand finals to face Zara and Kittens next week.
Absolutely. We did talk a little bit about predictions, obviously. We talked about it a bit after our first map, we talked about it at the beginning. We were kind of expecting a 2-0, I think, for either team. And we're now currently at a 1-1. So I feel like that might have been a little caster curse influencing. But going back onto predictions, what are we saying for winners? Who do we think we're going to see against our Kittens in the finals?
I don't know. I mean, if we take a look at our bracket quickly again, just to kind of see where these two teams have been doing in this tournament so far. Obviously, we've seen both of these teams do good in their respective brackets, only kind of falling or faltering once or twice. So I really think this could be anyone's game. Kitty Squad had an insanely dominant map 1 on Lotus, and then OnlyFans came and brought it back completely on map 2. I mean, they did falter a tiny bit towards the end, but they managed to bring it back eventually with a really, really good lead throughout the game. So honestly, I really think it could be anyone's game. And as we're going to get into Agent Select here, let's see what these teams are going to be bringing out for this map. Are we going to be seeing the typical team comps? It's looking like it!
I'm hoping so. I mean, then again, we got Hisui hovering the deadlock there. I think that would definitely be an interesting one, as opposed to always the standard Killjoy we have to anchor the sites. Other than that, nothing out of the ordinary, really. It's looking pretty decent. I'm liking the Jet pick, obviously. We're going to see a lot of mid-control, battle for mid-control. We're going to see operators probably coming out sooner or later. We're seeing some lock-ins now for both teams, as Hisui's still hovering that deadlock. They're really contemplating it.
They are really debating it. A chamber as well. Maybe looking to not play this double initiator comp. Never mind.
Never mind.
we spoke way too soon. It's looking like we are going to be having this mirror match right here. Guys, it's time for everyone's favorite map, everyone's favorite meta team comp that we've been watching for the past 4 years, however long Valorant's been out. But maybe they're gonna pull out some kind of crazy strats. It's possible. You know what? I want to see like a Sova lurk through mid and flank them. I want to see something like that happen. I think that could be fun. Why are we getting the Killjoy lurking? Get the server to do it.
I think there's probably multiple reasons why the server doesn't lurk. But hey, you know, anything's possible on a sen. Obviously, we're seeing the mirror compositions coming out. It's possible that, you know, we might see mirror compositions, but we might not see mirror playstyles. Maybe we'll see a server lurk. You never know. You never know what you're going to see on a sen sometimes.
Definitely, yeah, and I think having these mirror team comps is going to be really interesting, especially for the final map of Losers Finals, you know, fighting for that place in Grands. I think it's really going to be who can play their agent and their role the best, you know. We've got the Jet matchups, we've got the Omen matchups, you've got the KO, the Sova, the I missed someone. Did I? Killjoy. We've got the matchups of all the agents, right? We've got everyone on both sides playing both agents. I heard Prod say that I missed out Omen, so thank you. The Omen matchups as well. So I think it's just going to be really interesting to see who is better on their agent and at their role, and also which team is able to kind of capitalize off of this team comp more.
I'm going to enjoy seeing Jet, I think, for this map. For the last two maps that we've had, obviously Raze has been such a dominant pick for those, so we haven't really seen it. So I'm looking forward to see a little bit of Jet gameplay come out for the side of both his teams. As Sui, obviously, we've got the standard shock dart lineups. Not going to be throwing any forward into B main, as we're going to see OnlyFans move up a little bit as a Killjoy turret does spot them out. But we got a pretty aggressive pusher coming through from OnlyFans as a couple members come through mid.
Lovely pick from Raven to begin with. The Sova Dog coming out trying to get some extra information, but Hisui sitting behind in Boathouse getting a pick as well. Vito managing to take down Miko as Miko takes down Kazamaru as well. Be pushing through the CT with this Sheriff in hand, looking to push up onto this site. It's a 2v3 for Kitty Squad right now. Java sitting behind in this Boathouse, jump peeking to see if they can get any information on B. The Sova Dog comes out, takes down Vito. B takes down Twix, however, with some lovely shots. Still 82 HP to their name. I mean, if they land two really good headshots here, they could clean this up and get this pistol round. But no, Java is watching them like a hawk in that Boathouse. And the pistol round yet again has gone to OnlyFans.
OnlyFans took both pistols on Sunset on their map pick during the last map. So OnlyFans coming into this one definitely with a bit more confidence on the pistol rounds. As obviously now we can see them going out for Force Spy, which I think is probably going to benefit them a lot, considering how they played that initial pistol round. They had a nice split going where they had a couple members going through B main and the rest of them pushed through mid, and immediately they were able to get onto that site and push the two poor members from Kitty Squad into Boathouse. As obviously now, I take back what I said. OnlyFans going to be playing this one a little bit less aggressive as B gets caught out on Catwalk, pushing oh so aggressively forward.
Yeah, B kind of almost overextending there, not quite able to do anything, you know, with those weaker weapons against something like a Guardian that Nini has in their hands, trying to kind of shift walk up Catwalk, but not able to kind of do it to the best of their ability. Kazamaru hiding right here with the shorty in their hand, looking to maybe get some sort of picks there with that weapon, but it's not looking like they're going to be able to get much damage or kind of much information based off of it at all, as they are starting to back up just a little bit. Raven takes down Vito. Kazamaru swinging with this shorty, trying to get a bit of damage off, but no, all the rest of OnlyFans are collapsing in on them, standing in tree, but Hisui taking down Twix after that lovely recon dart, revealing them for them, and now Miko is going to get the spike down. We see a KO Molly get thrown into heaven. The Omen Smoke is there as well. Java is just sitting here in top mid, looking to kind of lurk through tree, and I mean, it's looking like they're going to come behind Lavarita and take them down. Miko taking down Hisui to finish it off, and with a team ace as well, OnlyFans are now 2 rounds up.
Going into this map, OnlyFans looking pretty nice so far on this opening half, as they've done pretty nicely so far at successfully, I think, closing around the members of Kitty Squad and being able to find those picks. So obviously saw Java there nicely at the end, just coming behind Lavrita and getting that final kill. So we're going to see OnlyFans opt to keep the weapons, maybe convert a bonus here, and Kitty Squad going to be going for those Vandals, those Phantoms, which might give them a little bit of an edge maybe, but obviously we've seen OnlyFans have been able to do good before on these Bulldogs. We've seen them being able to do good on these bonuses, so as Raven nearly catches out B there.
Yeah, B trying to go for a bit of an aggressive swing there in mid, but not quite able to do so. The paranoia comes out, unfortunately blinding quite a few members of that team, but Twix takes down B, but Loverita trades straight back onto that KO as well. Hisui just hiding back in this site. Miko taking down Kazamaru as well. Teleports out to get out of that corner, which was a bit of a tough spot to be in, but Vito takes down Raven as they are on very, very low HP. The Omen TP does come out from Vito as well to just kind of get them a very quick reposition, but Hisui still sitting on this site, looking to try and just hold it down as much as they can. Kitty Squad have information on most sides here. Miko getting taken down by Vito, and a 3v1 for the side of Kitty Squad. Java left in a bit of a tough position here on the attack, only a Bulldog in hand. I mean, they're kind of surrounded with Vito holding this kind of top heaven here. And if they do manage to swing, are they going to be able to get the kill? Yes, they do. Java gets the pick onto Vito, and it's looking like they're going to be grabbing the Vandal and very possibly saving it. Which I think is the smart and the safe thing to do here.
Okay, Java planting the spike now. With 2 members for Kate Squad and a Vandal in hand, this is definitely possible for a 1v2 for OnlyFans to get this third round here on the board. Java.
Yeah, I think it's very possible. It's a bit risky. Obviously, the glass has been diffused now, and Hisui is kind of just sticking the spike. Oh, they managed to get the kill on Loverita, but doesn't manage to finish off Hisui, and Kitty Squad getting their first round on the board now, which they got it a lot sooner than they did last map. So things are looking up for the side of Kitty Squad here.
Absolutely. Kitty Squad with a nice little 1v2 there, not letting anything slip as they secure that round. We're board for them, first one in this half, as they're going to be on a little bit of a weaker buy. I mean, they still got the Vandals in hand. They're going to have to do a bit of a half buy here. As OnlyFans maybe looking a little bit stronger. They've got more full shields. They're going to be able to tank more of that damage. And you know what? No Phantoms this one. We spoke about a little bit last map that there were very few Phantoms. But you know what? Vandals seems to be a good one for everyone. As with long sight lines, you might be looking to get those headshots down mid. And you know what? Ravens maybe going to look to go mid, but so far a bit slow now for OnlyFans as they're going to look towards A site this time.
Yeah, a slower pace coming out from OnlyFans here, whereas Kitty Squad looking to maybe position a bit more aggressively here, just holding as many angles as you can, and now the lockdown coming out from OnlyFans looking to back them away from this site. The KO is going to be stuck in this corner in heaven, however, but they have precautions for this. 2 players detained. The Omen smoke comes out. They don't know where Vito is. Manages to take them down, and they're going to be able to take down B as well after they got detained. And Raven gets a third onto Hisui as well. 7 bullets left in their weapon. They're looking to go aggressive here. Loverita taking down Nini. Unfortunately, the flash backwards peek isn't quite able to help them, but Raven with a 4th kill on the board. Are we going to be able to see an ace this round? Let's hope so. Raven manages to swing Loverita and gets the ace. The first ace of this set and of today that we have seen. Incredible stuff from Raven, and a 3rd round on the board for OnlyFans.
Good stuff there from Raven. Bringing the Blade Storm online as well. The Archer and Kit Squad, they've got Hunter's Fury coming online to try and stop any push that OnlyFans might have. As you know, Twix, Miko as well, they're going to have some arts coming online as well. Java did commit the lockdown in that round, but OnlyFans were able to secure it nonetheless with help from it. As hopefully, you know, OnlyFans, they're looking pretty decent as well on the buy. As Kit Squad, they're looking not so good on the buy this round, unfortunately.
No, this round for Kitty Squad economically isn't looking the best, but defensively we're seeing Hisui here just spamming these shock darts into B main. A lot of utility already gone, and Raven with those entering picks already taking down Loverita, and manages to take down Hisui as well after whiffing just a few of their sheriff shots. Only 14 HP left to their name. doesn't realize that Vito is right there, and now has put a Vandal in the hands of one of the members of Kitty Squad. The KO blind comes in and doesn't quite manage to do anything with it. Java and Miko both getting very clean and very fast picks, and as Miko finishes off Vito, that's a 4th round on the board for OnlyFans. And I mean, OnlyFans are looking really, really aggressive here. They are out for blood. They want this win.
OnlyFans doing so good at carrying forward that momentum. Only letting Kitty Squad take 1 round of a board, as B is going to pull up the operator to try answer this current streak from OnlyFans, which is definitely going to be interesting. B going to look to be posted up tree. We've seen Raven before like to push up on that catwalk to try take tree for that A-side execute. So B, if they can find an early kill here in this mid, it's gonna definitely open up around a bit more for Kitty Squad.
Yeah, and I mean, Hisui looking to do a similar thing to what they did last round, having the Sova positioned up towards that window in B main. B getting a tag onto the Sova with that operator, not quite able to finish him off, but a lovely little killjoy setup to just shut down a Raven after what they did last round, knowing that they were going to dash straight away onto Lever to try and close that door and get some early aggression. Really, really nice predictions coming out from Kitty Squad here. And with that slight man advantage and quite a few ultimates online, this is looking quite interesting for both sides here, as all 4 members of OnlyFans are now running through mid. They're all going up towards Catwalk, but they don't know that Vito's here. And do they know that B is sitting and waiting with this operator? Now they do. Twix unfortunately getting wallbanged, but already being low after that tag shot from B earlier, unfortunately does take them down. There is still 1 member of Kitty Squad left on the site, but Kazumara unfortunately blinding themselves just a little bit with that blind, and Nini swinging and taking them down as the spike is going to get planted, and B is holding this top heaven position. Now Nini just waiting towards the box there, waiting, just kind of trying to prepare for what the enemy team might be waiting for, but the lockdown does come out from Kitty Squad, forcing a lot of the rest of the members of OnlyFans off of this site. And, the Molly is getting shot down straight away, but no, Nini not quite able to finish off B, trying to get as much damage off as they possibly can, and it's all up to Java. Are they going to be able to stall out long enough? No, they're not. B taking down Java and cleaning things up, getting a 2nd round on the board for the Kitty Squad.
B getting so much usage right there in that round out, the operator getting a cheeky hit initially onto Twix, put him down to 30 HP by shooting him in the toes. Wasn't enough to kill him initially, but was enough to put him into dangerous territory throughout the round. As obviously we had all of OnlyFans rotate later through mid in the middle of that round to tree, where B was holding. And unfortunately, OnlyFans, they weren't able to quite secure that round. They had a good couple of picks, but Keep Squad were able to trade them out where it mattered. As we're taking another round onto the board now.
Yeah, and now we're seeing a bit more of a split push coming out from OnlyFans here. We're seeing 3 of the members over towards the B side and 2 of them over towards A, with the KO looking to kind of push up more towards mid, but B getting a lovely opening pick with that operator aggressively holding that garage angle and getting away, unfortunately using both cloud bursts, and Nini knows that Kazumara was there. The game sense is lovely to see, taking them down, putting us back at a 4v4. There are 2 ultimates online for both sides here. Kitty Squad have the Blade Storm of the Hunter's Fury, and then, the null command comes out as soon as I say that, but B taking down Java, Hisui taking down Raven, and Nini taking down both Hisui and B with a 3k in their hands, and now the spike is down. Vito trying to just shoot through that wall a little bit now. The rest of OnlyFans are in this post-plant situation. Vito looking to push through this heaven just a little bit. Both members of Kitty Squad are here, and obviously Nini on very low HP. It's all up to Miko. Are they going to be able to do anything here, as Vito is on top of the generator here? But no, unfortunately, fortunately for Kitty Squad, they are able to clean it up, and Lavarita is going to get the defuse to help them build towards that lockdown again, and our scoreline is looking very, very close.
OnlyFans ran away with it a little bit at the beginning now, but K Squad gradually, step by step, pulling the lead back a little bit. As we're now in a more of a scoreline 3-4 on the board, and B once again has that operator in hand. The null command came out last round for OnlyFans, but they weren't able to shut down that operator. They got on site, but in a 2v2 situation, K Squad were able to cleanly get that retake and get another round on the board. As we do have a few ults come back online for OnlyFans, we've got Twix with the Hunter's Fury for those post-plant situations, and Raven with a Blade Storm, which is going to come out immediately as OnlyFans are going to look for an aggressive hit on this B side.
Yeah, they do really like aggressively pushing this B site, but we're seeing the KO mollies come out as well to try and deny this. But I mean, Raven has just kind of gotten this site for OnlyFans for free, and as Nini is planting, the Hunter's Fury is coming out from the side of Kitty Squad as well to try and deny this plant, but unfortunately not quite hitting it in the right position. Twix taking down Vito as well, be with a Blade Storm of their own, looking to push into this site and try and get some picks off. The drone manages to tag B as well, so now the other players on the side of OnlyFans know where they are. They know that they're pushing through this lane. Hisui takes down Twix, Java takes down B. There's just kills left, right, and center. Lavarita taking down Raven, and it's a 2v2 now. Java and Miko looking to finish things off. Hisui, they know that they've dropped, and Miko was just right behind them and manages to clean it up. 5 rounds on the board for OnlyFans now.
It got a little bit close there. Keep Squad with the priorities in check. They were able to push out Twix in B main there, stopping any possibility of having a post plant with the Hunter's Fury coming out. But OnlyFans, they were able to get kills where it matters. They are able to stop Kid Squad in that retake, able to get those kills, and finding themselves another round of the board now.
Yeah, and I mean, this half is looking rather close, a lot closer than our other halves have been. Obviously, we've had 9-3 from both maps, both teams having their own 9-3 respectfully, but now Kitty Squad looking to push up this A main a little bit aggressively with the Sheriff in hand of Kazamaru, and I believe in the hands of B as well, but Java just trying to hold this B main, you know, with their turret and with their Phantom, looking really, really good at kind of defending and making sure that no one's coming to flank B, and Kazamaru just kind of swinging this top mid, this tree area, seeing if they can get any sort of information on any of the other players of OnlyFans. There's still a Hunter's Fury online for OnlyFans, and there's still a null command on the side of Kitty Squad as well. Raven is still there, looking to try and get some picks off on these two players that are both hiding in tree. The KO mollies come out, the knife has come out as well, almost uses as a distraction, and as Raven goes to shoot it, B manages to get that headshot, giving Kitty Squad the man advantage, which is what they need when they have their weaker weapons. But Kazamaru just hiding in this smoke, nearly taking down one of the members of OnlyFans. But Java takes down Lavarita, and they now know that Vito is TP'd onto this side, and now they know that they've TP'd onto the other side as well. Kazamaru coming through with the KO flash. B and Hisui both getting picks. B getting another. Miko taking down Vito. It's all up to Miko. Are they going to be able to do it? No. B with a lovely little 4K for the side of Kitty Squad. And I mean, our score difference is only 1 yet again.
Absolutely. A 1 round difference now between these two teams. A 50 coming out for Kitty Squad on that save round. Being able to initially shut down Raven, that was such a nice play there with the utility from Kazamaru. Throwing out the knife and having B swing that, they're able to get the kill onto Raven, able to get the gun in hand. And Kitty Squad were able to so nicely clean up that round and take the weapons away from OnlyFans. As now we're seeing Kazamaru, I believe, has unfortunately disconnected.
Oh no, oh no.
Disconnects all around this series.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking a bit unfortunate on the tech side of things. But as we wait for Kazamaru to reconnect, what are we thinking about kind of the agent matchups here? Like, do you think there's anyone kind of playing their agent better than their mirror match?
I mean, I think in terms of, like, at least the Jet matchup, I think that Raven is definitely doing pretty good. Raven's been constantly on that catwalk, on that mid pressure, going into tree quite often. But on the flip side, B is obviously on the top frag, as you like to see the Jet doing. Has been doing pretty successful so far on these rounds where it's mattered and where they've had the operator and the stronger weapons. So far, I mean, even on like the other characters, I don't think so far there's anyone who's been specifically more dominant than anyone else. I think maybe the only thing that I would say is that Twix unfortunately I don't think has had too many opportunities in those post plant situations to have the Hunter's Fury, to use the shock darts on the post plant scenarios. I think that's really the only point to say, really.
Yeah, and now, I think kind of the utility usage from both of these teams has been really good. Everyone's kind of playing their role how they're meant to, and as we're getting back into our game, we're going to see a bit more of that. So let's see where round um round 10 takes us in this half. Yeah, quick maths. Lavarita with this Odin spamming through this wall that people love to do on B main, but Java and Miko both taking down 2 members of Kitty Squad already, giving them a lovely little man advantage to begin with. Raven trying to take down Lavarita here while they do have this Odin, but not quite able to. Vito does take down Twix, but this lockdown is going to force any members of Kitty Squad that were close to this B side to completely back away from it and give OnlyFans this site for free. Now that we're in the post plant, it's a 3v4 for Kitty Squad, and it's looking like it might be a bit rough. We still do have this Odin on Lavarita on this Killjoy coming in from CT, but Raven is holding this lovely position on top of these boxes, but the KO blind comes in and Lavarita manages to trade onto them, but Miko taking down Vito as well. Lavarita charging in with this Odin, but a lovely pick from Nini, and Java taking down Kazamaru. That's going to be 6 rounds for the on the board, at least, for OnlyFans.
OnlyFans committing the lockdown there, enabling them to get that spike down and buy a little bit of time. Unfortunately, Twix was not alive there to do any shenanigans of that post plant with the Hunter's Fury online. It's quite unfortunate. I feel like they haven't had much of an opportunity to use it, really, which is quite sad. Obviously, that Hunter's Fury is so... It can always just secure you the round, really, in those post plants. You play safe, buy a little bit of time. If someone starts to fuse, you pull out the Hunter's Fury. On the flip side, we're not really seeing Hunter's Fury come out quite yet for Kitty Squad, but they do have the node command online to try and stop any aggressive pushes from the OnlyFans, which is what we're seeing right now, as Raven going to dash onto site, be a little bit aggressive, isn't going to quite catch B out in the corner, as node command is going to come out now for Kitty Squad.
Wow, Kazamaru getting a pick onto Twix with that Bulldog, and Vito really using this judge to their advantage, just getting a lot of good picks, but Java managing to take them down, but then B swings out from tree and cleans up Java and Miko. And as we get on to the last round of this half could really be anyone's. We could end with OnlyFans with a 1-round lead, or we could end completely even.
A 6-6 scoreline would be completely different from the 9-3 we've seen in the last 2 maps, which has been quite funny. No 9-3 curse here. That's all we're going to say. But Kitty Squad commit the null command in that and were able to shut down OnlyFans nicely. And, you know, we don't have too many dominant ults coming on for OnlyFans. I mean, we've got Head the Twix, should they stay alive with that Hunter's Fury. And maybe also null command as well, as we've got Hisui lining up that shock dart for B main, and Blazestorm as well for Kitty Squad to get a couple of secured picks, maybe.
Now we're seeing Viso holding this tree position yet again. Both of these teams playing quite slow, looking to kind of just look at mistakes that the other team might be making. B taking down Nini actually, with a lovely clean headshot there. And Raven takes down Vito as well though. So our team numbers are quite even. And now the smoke comes out as well from Raven, looking to just make sure they can get into tree very safely and very easily. Lavarita still positioning up towards this heaven area. Kazamaru also holding this tree with a lovely little bounce flash there just to try and blind anyone that might be there. Miko really sneakily hiding on this side behind Dice, looking to just hold this position as much as possible, making sure that none of the other members of Kitty Squad make it onto this site. Hisui landing that shock dart from up in heaven, but unfortunately swings and manages to fall to Miko. However, the spike from the side of OnlyFans is still in main. Now, as I say that, they're managing to come and push onto site, but as they do, B takes them down and manages to take down Miko. Are we going to see an ace from B? No, we're not quite going to. Oh, and the flash from Kazamaru through the smoke comes in clutch as they take down Twix, and now our scoreline is 6-6.
OnlyFans wasting almost so much time there in the half. It got down to 15 seconds left before I believe Java even moved forward onto A site with that spike. Kitty Squad, on that defensive half, they didn't look too bad. We're now in a 6-6 scoreline, which is pretty even, and it's the most even scoreline we've seen so far in this series. OnlyFans just weren't quick enough there, I think, on anything at all. They used so much time. Twix got stuck in tree there, as I believe Kazumari was able to spot them out. And OnlyFans just not able to make pace and get much done in the time that they had. As on the flip side now, we're seeing Kitty Squad on the attack, and an even scoreline as we could possibly have, with OnlyFans taking the initial pistol round. It'll be interesting to see if they take the second one on this map.
Yeah, and now as we do get into Kitty Squad being on this attacking half B, already with 2 lovely picks, make that 3. With this Ghost looking so aggressive on Jet while still giving them just a little bit of that defensive utility. And now with the Silver Drone online as well, managing to get some information for them. But Miko taking down B as they kind of mispositioned themselves there. And now Laverita pushing onto the side and takes down Miko, and it's all up to Java to try and clutch out this pistol round for OnlyFans, but they do not notice that Vito is right there, and the pistol round does go to Kitty Squad.
Kitty Squad taking pistol round in a pretty nice, clean fashion there overall. OnlyFans had 2 members at the beginning, pushed up so far, down to top mid, and Vito was able to clear up 2 of them, I think B maybe even was able to clear them up pretty quickly and be a triple kill quite early there in the round. Put numbers in favor of Kitty Squad so early on. But we've now got pistol round won by both of these teams. So now obviously we're going to see a force buy come out for Kitty Squad. We're going to see if OnlyFans is able to shut this down or not.
Yeah, Raven pushing up with this Sheriff, getting very aggressive here, not quite realizing where the rest of these players are, but Miko helps Raven take down Hisui, and now both members of OnlyFans are stuck behind this box, and I mean, it's just collateral and wallbangs, but Twix manages to take down Kazamaru with that shock dart, a nice little bit of a utility usage there. Twix looking to maybe pick up a weapon or 2. I believe that's a Bucky now in their hand. Looking to try and just save or kind of get back as much as they can. But now with the 3 members left on Kitty Squad, it's looking like Vito is going to be, one of the members of Kitty Squad is going to be trying to blunder Spike.
Hopefully. There we go. We got around to it eventually. Last member from OnlyFans, Twix, does have a Sheriff and a Bucky in hand, and Vito is on dangerously low HP. And, I think that Sheriff's more than capable of doing enough damage. A 1v3, it could be doable here. It really could be. Maybe I want a little bit of copium, but
It's certainly going to be risky, and it's certainly going to be dangerous, but with a lovely timing moment from Vito and a 4K coming up from them as well, that's going to be an 8th round on the board for Kitty Squad as they do win that force, but this is the real test here. We are seeing 2 Vandals come out from the side of Kitty Squad as well as a Guardian. We are seeing the Spectre and the Sheriff come out as well, but overall it's looking like a really good buy for both sides here. Obviously, OnlyFans do have that full buy, but Kitty Squad coming in with a few hard-hitting artilleries of their own.
I saw 2 Odins for OnlyFans, and I got a little bit concerned. I can't lie. Nonetheless, we're going to see Twix once again post up in that favourable little spot on B site with the Odin spam. Not going to come through or find anything. Obviously, the rest of members of Kitty Squad are going to push very quick into that mid area.
Yeah, and now we're seeing a lot of the members of Kitty Squad, OnlyFans, push through their spawn. Twix getting a pick onto B through, not through the wall, but with that Odin. Hisui holding this mid pizza area with that Stinger, looking to maybe try and hope that someone walks into them and get that swing like they just did there, swinging through that smoke, but unfortunately gets taken down by Nini through that smoke Unfortunately, the stinger damage is not like what it used to be, so it's no longer a machine gun. But
R.I.P. Stinger.
Raven and Miko cleaning things up with Kazemaru left in mid market here, and unfortunately gets taken down by Miko as we're now at 8-7 in this half. Oh my god.
This is a very, very even scoreline. It's really going to come down to the wire here. OnlyFans able to pretty successfully shut down Kitty Squad's push there. All the members of Kitty Squad got pretty close up together, took a lot of space early on in that round up into the middle, but they weren't able to progress from there. As OnlyFans came up around them, managed to shut them down pretty effectively. And now Twix back with the Odin. Might have a bit more success now if they try and spray that Roars. We've got a 3-2 split once again. 3 members looking towards B site for Kitty Squad. And Spike will be posted down towards A this time. But a little bit of info, K-Knife comes out. OnlyFans might suspect something on this A side.
Yeah, with Vito destroying that as well, it just gives him even a tiny bit of information about where one of the members of Kitty Squad could be. Now, Raven is hiding in this wine area, and all that they know is that there's someone jump peeking main, and a lovely trade comes out as Miko and Raven both take down 2 members of Kitty Squad, even if that does mean a man of their own has to go down. A lovely bit of a bait there, but it worked out in their favor. So I wouldn't be complaining. But now we're seeing 2 more members of Kitty Squad pushing up towards this catwalk, trying to go into this tree area. But there's still 2 members of OnlyFans sitting on A site just waiting. And one of them is Miko in this tree area, now getting vision on Hisui, and the paranoia comes out as well. They're going to back up outside of the smoke. The recon dart comes out but gets destroyed straight away. That's no more information for a good 40 seconds. Now Kazemaru takes down Raven though. 30 seconds left on the clock. Miko takes down Hisui. Kazemaru looking to maybe get a bit more damage off on some of the members of OnlyFans as they are still hiding in this tree area, but Miko looking so clean. And the KO blind does come out, but Twix swings with that Odin in heaven, and our scoreline has evened up yet again.
OnlyFans, once again, able to shut down Kitty Squad pretty effectively as they found themselves stuck towards that tree position, not able to really get much space anywhere else. I believe, actually, we had Lavrita try and push through mid, but OnlyFans were able to shut them down pretty quickly, as now Raven coming out with the operator from what looks like it's going to be tree, might catch Lavrita as, but it looks like they've been doing a little bit of lurking. Obviously we could see them posted towards this B site versus the rest of the members from Cake Squad looking towards A main. But Raven, of course, in that tree area position, is able to shut them down quickly with the operator. Unfortunately, I don't think Lavrita was quite expecting it.
Yeah, and we're seeing another A push come out from the side of Kitty Squad here. The Blade Storm has been popped by B as well, looking to go extra aggressive on this push, but not quite able to find anything here. Nini takes down B. Vito with that stinger, takes down while Twix coming in hard with that Odin, getting some lovely picks from up in heaven, and it's just up to Hisui and Kazemaru here in this main area, looking to get any sort of information or boost or damage that they can get to get them back into this round, as having to get back into this site with, I mean, this many people left alive on the enemy team, including one of them being an Odin, is going to be very difficult.
Absolutely. King Squad once again finding themselves in a position where they're not really able to take much space forward. We're seeing Twix up top with the operator in hand, isn't able to find anything initially, so you're going to throw up a recon bolt, might find where Nini is there on that site. A lot of damage is done, and Spike does go down on Hisui, and it's 1 member left for Cake Squad on very low HP.
Yeah, it's all up to Kazemaru left here with just a sheriff in hand, just waiting it out in main, most likely looking to go down here, which they do to Twix, just for that extra bit of economy. But that's an unfortunate round for Kitty Squad. But OnlyFans have the lead once again, but only by 1 round. And now we're seeing, wow, there are some really heavy buys here from the side of OnlyFans, with Raven on the operator and Twix on the Odin, with everyone with heavy shields as well. But look at the economies. OnlyFans have the money to be able to do this, but Kitty Squad are barely getting by with the economy that they have right now.
Absolutely. OnlyFans looking so strong, confident with this 3-round lead on that strong economy. As that spray from Twix, not going to be able to find too much there, but they're going to get a lot of info there, as Hisui does actually take Twix down, so never mind, they're not able to find any damage with that Odin, as it looks like Kick Squad are going to be able to successfully get Spike down, hopefully, on this side.
Yeah, Vito now planting. Some interesting entries from both sides here. You know, this Odin is looking to be a bit dangerous, and as Raven gets this pick onto B as well, Miko taking down Lavarita, the Blade Storm gets popped for Raven as well. In this 4v3, all 3 members of Kitty Squad are left on the site. It's looking like Odie fans are gonna have to try and push through into this site. Nini manages to take down Vito very, very closely, but Hisui getting 2 with this Odin. Java takes down Hisui and Nini takes down Kazumaru, and that's a 10th round on the board for OnlyFans, leaving them with only 3 rounds left for them to take this series and land themselves in a spot in Grands.
OnlyFans coming up on double digits now, and Raven being able to get so much utility and usage out of that operator. I think they were able to find a pick. I mean, they were able to find a pick, but maybe it was given to them a little bit by a member of Kick Squad pushing so aggressively into CT spawn there. But nonetheless, Kick Squad, they're able to get on site and get Spike down, but unfortunately they weren't able to get much further from that. As OnlyFans, with Odin in hand, I think Twix was definitely able to finally get a little bit of damage there using the penetrating abilities from the bullets. As Hisui, gonna get rid of that shock dart, that recon dart rather from OnlyFans, and gonna be Twix going to be posted up a little bit further back now this time, but there's still 2 members in B main and another 2 members from Kick Squad also in mid, playing this one a little bit slower.
Yeah, I was gonna say the pace has really gone down a notch. Yeah, again, we see this a lot from both of these teams, not playing at one pace, but Twix holding the main here with this Odin from CT, just looking to kind of spray them down if they can, but B just kind of shifting through mid here. Twix managing to take down Kazumaru, but Nini not quite aware that B is right there, but it does give the information for Raven that there is someone in mid. The angle isn't quite in their favor, but if they manage to take down B here, I mean, they haven't even crossed, and they've also managed to get the Spike down as well. And as they're trying to retake this, B is just taking them down one by one, but Twix takes down B. It's a 3v2 right now. Twix on quite low HP as well. There is the Hunter's Fury available for them, but they now know that Twix is still in CT, and as this time is ticking down, it's looking very rough for the side of OnlyFans. It's all up to Java in a 1v2 now, but both of these players are positioned in a little up-down positioning, and Vito finishing it off, taking down Java. This is so close.
This was coming down. This one's going to be coming down to the wire. A 4-round lead for OnlyFans is now been shut down by Kick Squad. They're able to find one on the board themselves. No operator this time going to be coming out, but Twix still on that Odin. Definitely going to be able to, I hope, find a little bit of damage. We're seeing 3 members, it looks like, for Kick Squad going towards B main. As also Raven going to be going for what looks like a very aggressive push straight off the bat. As Kick Squad with a 3-2 split. Gonna see if OnlyFans can find that entry pick initially.
Yeah, and now Raven taking this aggressive angle, and it works in their favor. No smokes on the side for Kitty Squad now on this attack, which is definitely not going to work in their favor, so a really nice pick from Raven there. B is still hiding in this corner. Are they aware? Now they are. Raven takes down B as well. 2 players down on the side for Kitty Squad already. This Odin just spraying through the smoke, trying to see if they can get any damage off possible. But Hisui and Lavarita both almost lurking in this mid area. There are 2 ultimates available for both sides here, and ironically, they're both the 2 same ultimates. Both of them have their Hunter's Fury, and both of them have the No Command. Let's see if they're going to do anything with it this round. Miko, now made aware that there are players here, takes down Lavarita, takes down Hisui, and takes down Kazumaru in a lovely 3k, and a flawless for the side of OnlyFans to bump them up just a little bit closer to landing their spot in Grand Finals next week. And I mean, it's looking like this is going to be a bit of a weaker buy for the rest of the side of Kitty Squad here. Obviously, it's going to be a bit more difficult for them to be able to, I mean, get any capitalization off of this. But obviously, with next round being match point, if they do end up losing this, they have to kind of gamble and bet everything they have on that last round. So it's looking like this weaker buy for the side of Kitty Squad is kind of just them waiting for this final round. Now B trying to rush through heaven with the Stinger not quite working in their favor. Miko taking them down on Raven, getting a pick onto Vito as well. Two picks already down for the side of Kitty Squad here, but Kazamaru does manage to get a pick onto Raven. So this is looking really, really interesting. But like I said, only one member left for the side of Kitty Squad, and that's going to be a 12th round on the board for OnlyFans.
Match point.
As we get onto match point as well, this is looking really, really strong for OnlyFans. And I mean, I think they're just really looking for their revenge on the side of they're looking for revenge against Zara and Kittens. So we're just looking to see kind of if they're going to be able to do it and if they're going to be able to finish this off.
Kitty Squad now looking for a pretty aggressive push, getting up in B main there, with the null command coming out as well. Kitty Squad with Raven looking on like really low HP there, with a lot of spam coming out as Kitty Squad are going to look towards now, move towards mid.
Yeah, Miko holding this tree. B is already really low for the side of Kitty Squad. Kazamaru's flash not quite going the way that they want. Nini taking down B as well. There's so much utility being used from Kazamaru right here. They're not going to have anything to actually be able to hold this site. That's both flashes and their molly gone straight away. The Hunter's Fury does come out from Twix, looking to get a bit of damage and a bit of information off, but the lockdown has come out as well. There's so much utility from both of these sides here. The blind comes out. They're looking to drop and get as many picks as possible. It's all up to Lavarita here, left on this site by themselves. Two members of OnlyFans. One of them has an Odin. This is going to be really, really risky to see if they're going to be able to do this. And they already know where Lavarita is. And that's it. That's game. That's set. And we are going to be getting our OnlyFans and Zara and Kittens rematch in grand finals. Wow, that map was looking so close the entire time, and I definitely think that was a banger to end off our losers finals here.
Absolutely. Throughout the entire map, we had such a close scoreline, ending the first half in 6-6 compared to the 9-3 we've had in the previous maps. I don't think we could have asked for a better decider map. As like I said, we're going to see OnlyFans back against Zara and Kittens in grand finals. Definitely going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, definitely, but I think we need to still give it to Kitty Squad. And, I mean, they put up a really good fight, obviously still taking a map off of OnlyFans, and that map 3 was so close. It could have been anyone's game. But I think especially we should talk about B, because B was just doing so much for Kitty Squad that entire set, and they were just looking so strong the entire time. So I think we still need to give it to them for this series. But is there anyone on OnlyFans specifically you want to point out?
I think Twix may be a little bit of an honourable mention on that duelist role. I think the first two maps where we had that Raze pick come out, I think they did pretty good overall. I think they definitely had the double satchels. I think that maybe they missed a couple showstoppers, but we'll let it slide. I think that they were overall a pretty solid member, and I think consistency is always an important thing when it comes to teams.
Yeah, definitely. And while our set is over, that isn't all we have for you just now. We're going to go to a quick break, but right after, we will be there with an interview with one of our winners from OnlyFans. So stick around and we will be back right after this break.
No, they're not. Super with the thread and OnlyFans putting on the big round of
Everyone, if you hate snakes, then this snake will end it here for you. Double kill going for Kyrie on the backside of his fight. Cancels fast and forward.
And hello everyone, and welcome back to the University Esports UK and Republic of Ireland Women and Non-Binary VALORANT Spring 2024 season. We are joined by one of our very lovely winners today, Raven from OnlyFans. First of all, congratulations on the win, and I just want to ask you, how are you and the rest of the team feeling after that win, and also knowing that you've made it to Grands next week?
Honestly, I think we were feeling very happy because after that Lotus game, we needed something. It's probably the worst game I've ever played on stream as well, which is a little bit embarrassing. But I mean, my Euro goes hard, so.
True, it does.
How are you guys feeling about your grand finals matchups? Obviously, Zara Kittens, they beat you 2-0. Granted, it wasn't the most dominating series. You guys still had a pretty decent go at it, but obviously you're going to reface them now. going into grand finals. So how are you feeling? You got any change of plans?
I wouldn't say we've got any change of plans. I just think it's going to be a really fun matchup. I'm pretty sure we're all friends, like all of us know each other on the enemy team as well. So, and we used to play with Zara. So, you know, I think it's just going to be a really nice friendly match, and whatever happens, happens. And I think either team deserve it.
Yeah. Well, final question from me. Are there any kind of surprises or any kind of I don't know, anything new or different that you guys might be bringing to your match next week that you think can help you guys win?
I think considering we have played Sakura's team about, like, I would say 6 times at least in this series, we're probably going to do something really interesting and different just to make it interesting and different for the spectators and for the enemy as well. I can't wait for my 100th matchup against our own kittens.
Yeah, well, I'm sure everyone in chat, everyone on prod, everyone in Null is really excited for this grand finals. But any final words, any shout outs you want to give before we sign off?
I want to say a shout out to everyone who's been supporting us so far. It's been really nice to just pop into the chat and just see everyone supporting them. I see my boyfriend posting like little dinosaur dancing emojis every time I ace, which is so cute. And yeah, every supporter that we've had has been really lovely so far, so thank you.
Well, yes. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for watching this week's series of the University Esports Women and Non-Binary VALORANT season. Before we sign off, Evelyn, any final words you want to say from this week's games?
Not for this week's games, but hopefully we'll see you next week in the studio for our studio finals.
We will be seeing you live from Confetti X yet again next week, just like we did in the winter finals. But yeah, really excited for our grand finals matchup. So we hope to see you guys all there next week. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you all next time.
You must think that I'm a restless case because I ran away, because I ran away. If you listen to the words I say, you know that I'm okay, you know it's just a phase.